All right.
Hey.
Welcome.
Welcome back to Spoilers.
Hi.
This is the pregame Facebook Live show.
Yes, we're on the Facebooks.
Yeah, this is where we warm up, get going before we do the Spoilers podcast.
Little talk, little business, little whatever.
Yeah, like a quick 10, maybe 15-minute little
Right.
rant.
I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know you guys did this.
Jester's back.
Yeah, Jester, that's right. We should mention the Jester in the room.
Hi.
Last time he was here was for Punisher Warzone, but we didn't have the Facebook Live set up yet.
Before the live.
Yeah. So he's here because we used to work together, and Punisher Warzone and Wanted were two movies we talked about a lot on how ridiculous they were.
Phenomenal comedies.
Yep. So we did Punisher Warzone and now Wanted, and then I don't know if he'll ever be back.
Yeah, that's it. When Hollywood joined up, it says I want Jester for Punisher Warzone and Wanted, and at least those.
Yeah. Whatever else.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Now I'm going to disappear.
Right.
Forever. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm gone. It's very, very mellow.
Appropriate reaction.
Yeah.
Well, if you watched the Facebook Live last week, you saw that we played a game,
Oh yes.
and now I have another game. I want to play a game with you, but I don't have a hood though for the Jigsaw.
Oh, this is in honor of the Jigsaw coming out.
Oh, it's out already.
Oh.
Is it called Jigsaw?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Running out of
I think
ideas.
Saw 7. I think Saw 8 wouldn't have sounded as nice. People
Right.
were like, Jesus Christ, like you.
Yeah.
There's 7 of these.
Right. Well, so did the 5 people, the Fast and the Furious. They started changing up their name every couple
But now
things.
it's the last
Fate.
one was Fate.
Fate of the 8.
Be the Furious.
Fate of the Furious? Oh.
But 8
8.
is
F8.
8. Yeah.
Not like a keyboard thing, but like a different F8.
So the game I want to play,
F8. I like that.
the game I want to
too.
play is called Complete That Line. In this game, I'll read you guys the beginning of the line, and all you have to do is complete it.
Monopoly.
These are all for movies we've done in the past. And
Can we buzz in?
And actually,
Oh.
this isn't like last week where it's like, okay, Adam, yours is.
Okay.
I'm just going to say it and then just shout it out.
Okay.
These are all for movies we've done in the past, and a few are jokes that we still reference and beat dead into the ground till this day.
Yeah.
So, Jester, you might be at a disadvantage in this
Die Hard.
but there are no points.
Hey, you won.
Die Hard is everything.
Holy crap.
Okay.
I got to finish the line, not name the movie.
Yeah, so all you got to do is finish the line.
Die Hard.
Oh, there might be one in
It's a good day, too.
Die Hard.
Oh.
Okay. So, again, this isn't directed to anybody. I'm just going to say the line.
All right.
I'll even be in character of the character if I can.
Okay.
So how do we buzz in?
You don't. You just say it.
Why
If
did you
know
say
it.
buzz in?
I said Dewey buzz in.
Oh.
Just so I can use my
No, yeah.
screwdriver.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So,
Okay. Camera's over there.
just say it if you know the just say it if you know the answer. Here's the first one. If it isn't tango, it's cash.
Tango and Cash.
Tango and Tango.
Yeah, Tango.
Yeah, make sure you got it.
Cash Tango. Tango.
Tango, cash.
Oh, finish the
tango.
line. It's not the
Finish
movie.
the line.
Yes.
Yeah. Finish the line.
You finish the line.
So
I keep
you-
forgetting.
Actually, that was the correct answer, though.
Yeah.
Finishing the
Yeah.
line was
Sure.
the movie as well. If it isn't Cash, it's Tango.
Tango and Cash. Yeah.
Cash.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Happy coincidence.
No, it wasn't. That's exactly.
Here's the next one. You know your brother was an asshole.
You're right. He was an asshole. You got his number.
Very good. That's from Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yes.
That's one, Jester,
Oh,
we
yeah.
say almost every other episode that.
I'm at a severe disadvantage here. Is that I'm smarter than all of you.
No.
That was supposed to be a joke.
Now when it comes to Die Hard stuff,
No. Okay. No, actually, that means I'm dumber than all of you when it
in the
comes to this
background
stuff.
right here above my head. In the background, there's the Bruce Willis poster. Bruce Willis poster right there.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, yeah, it's hidden.
Yeah.
It's a little Easter egg.
Yeah, I like
It's a lot
that.
of focus, but you can see it.
Okay.
Okay, next one. So you want to take his face?
Off?
Off?
Oh, it's his face.
Yeah, his face. Eyes, nose, lips.
Oh, well, I don't have all that.
Oh,
No more drugs for that man.
Oh, very good, make sure that should be bonus points. Sorry, Jester. Okay,
No, it's okay.
you might get this one. Still the cowboy, Mr. McClane. Americans all alike. Well, this time John Wayne does not walk off into the sunset with Grace Kelly.
Scary Cooper, asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
from the first
Gun
Die
off the
Hard.
back
Yeah.
tape.
Yeah, we understand.
Enough. He goes, enough jokes.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah. What was it you said to me?
Then he
Yippee-ki-yay.
pulls the gun out.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Okay.
Short, the glass.
Yeah.
Your best. Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Yes. Was you supposed to finish that line?
What?
Yeah,
I
there's a line
forgot-
after that. You're bashed.
Yeah,
Losers
it's from The Rock.
Losers
I
always
forgot the
whine
line.
about their bashed.
I married the prom queen.
Winners go
Yeah,
home
I
and
married-
fuck the prom
I
queen.
married the prom.
I
queen.
married the
Carla
prom queen.
was the prom queen.
Carla
Close
was the
enough.
prom- Ah.
Close enough.
You still failed. I only got was the movie. That's all I got.
Okay.
Yes.
I got
Next one. Sigh.
Honora.
What's that from?
Con
Con Air.
Air. It's when.
Oh my god!
It's when that guy. when Malkovich is gonna.
That slimy Mexican dude, or
Yeah.
whatever he was.
The guy there. He's the whole job. Like he's the reason they're hijacking Con Air.
Totally
Yeah.
forgot you did that movie.
Yes.
Sigh. Honora.
I'm glad.
And he flicks the cigarette.
Sigh.
Okay. Next one.
Oh my gosh. That was also a who produced that one? What was that? The guy did-
Bruckheimer.
yeah, Jerry Bruckheimer.
Yeah.
Gosh.
The bubble gum.
That was part of the Nick Cage Holy Trilogy.
Yeah.
Con Air, Face Off,
And
and
The
The
Rock.
Rock.
Oh, you
Yeah.
nailed them all.
I've done all three. Yeah.
All right.
This one, Mr. Gordon, good. Well, Frederica used to work for Mrs. Lippman. Did you know her?
Oh.
It's a toughie.
I don't have a West Virginia accent.
That's
Mr.
probably
Gordon,
why.
good. Well, Frederica used to work for Mrs. Lippman. Did you know her?
I don't know what happened to your accent.
Yeah, no, you
Ooh.
kind of went to New Jersey for a second.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll do the line before this.
Okay.
Your name, sir? Jack Gordon. Mr. Gordon, good. Well, Frederica used to work for Mrs. Lippman. Did you know her?
Oh. Oh, wait. She a great big fat person.
That's
That's right.
Buffalo Bill
Thank
in
you.
Silence of the Lambs.
All right.
Oh, 'cause it's hard to figure it out when you don't have the accent, huh?
No,
No,
wait.
I haven't seen that in a long
No,
time.
You can't do it. There's no accent for
Oh,
Clarice.
word.
Yeah, she has like a West Virginia
yeah,
accent.
but it's not an imitatable.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty.
It's not a Sean Connery,
No, it wasn't Sean Connery.
and it's not a Buffalo Bill.
But yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was a Buffalo Bill.
All right, next one. My daddy's coming home on July 14th. My birthday is July 14th. I'm going to see my daddy for the first time ever on July 14th.
What happened to your voice?
Does it make a move when the bunny gets it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly how Malkovich
Does he go
it.
up pitch like
So
that?
he goes,
starts
my
off-
really?
daddy's
Starts off
coming
mockingly.
home on July
Oh.
14th. And then
That's pretty good.
Then he
I was
switches.
like,
Yeah.
I thought you
My
quit halfway
birthday
through.
No,
is-
I
yeah.
was gonna applaud you on that. Like even in the same cadence, it was beautiful.
Okay, I thought you just gave up.
Oh, no. That's
I was like,
exactly
what
how he does it.
happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a move when the bunny gets it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
I told you not to toy with him.
Thank you. That's very helpful. That's Die Hard 3 as well.
Yeah, you know.
Still been a long time.
Yeah.
Notice how it's slowly going back to just basically quotes that like are really, really like famous, yet a little bit obscure.
These are things we fucking
These are
reference every
famous
other episode.
on spoilers.
Yeah, these are things we reference
At least.
every other episode.
Yeah.
This one should be easy. Now I have a machine gun.
Ho, ho, ho. I wore that
Family
to
round.
Christmas last year. It was
Was that your ugly sweater?
it was my ugly sweater.
Did you wear the hat?
I had the Santa hat, I had the gray sweater, and I put "Now I have a machine gun ho ho" written on it. But at the end of the night, the marker kind of worn off, and it would just look like I got covered in blood.
Yeah.
You can work
Spill
with that.
punch on you.
Yeah.
There's two more.
All right.
Hey, fuckhead. Yeah, you, fuckhead. There's just one thing I got to know. Got any aspirins? I've had a bad fucking headache all day long.
You're in luck.
It's your lucky day.
Keeps the bottle.
Yes.
Z.
Oh, yeah, that's Die Hard with... No,
Part
Vengeance.
Vengeance,
Yeah.
yep. Mm-hmm.
There's another one. Same guy.
Yeah.
Simon.
I actually do remember that.
Jeremy Irons, man. God damn.
Scar?
He's amazing.
Alfred
Simon
Pennyworth.
Says.
Last one. Woo-wee, you good looking.
Yeah.
Hot.
What's that from?
That's from Face Off. It's when Nick
Oh
Cage
my
is in
God.
jail.
You know, I haven't seen these movies in so long. I've seen all of these movies.
Yeah, I know.
I just haven't seen them in so long. Every single one of them. I'm like,
It's when he's Nick Cage in jail and the door opens and he sees Travolta and he's just
Bum,
standing there
bum,
holding the
ba-da-dum.
newspaper.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Woo wee, you good looking, you hot."
Yeah. Then he tries to lick his face.
Well, I have to go. I have a meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll be here for the next 100
I have a
years.
government job to abuse and a lonely wife to fuck. Oh. Oh, did I say that I make love to? Oh. Oh, so good. So it's that's a very good movie.
Mm-hmm.
As bad as it is, I love it.
No, it's like a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
You're damn right it is.
Face Off was actually one of the I really liked.
Yeah.
I watched that one several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I can probably watch it again and be like, this is entertaining. I like it.
When we did
No
the
more drugs
podcast,
for that man.
when we did the podcast, I was like basically going line for line at a certain point.
Well, we had
Quoting
we had an audio error.
Yeah.
Thank
So we
God.
had to redo the jokes. Like,
Yeah.
After that.
I had a lot less luster the second time around. Like,
Yeah.
this is the line says, this is the line. Okay.
I feel like we did better that way.
Yeah. Whatever.
The show was a lot shorter that way.
well, that's it. Just something. Adam brought up a good idea for a game, so I'll do that next time.
Yeah, man.
I'll do the research into that.
Good night.
Yeah,
that's it. Goodbye.
That was our opinion of Wanted.
Yeah.
What?
So we're doing Wanted, the Curvy Bullet movie.
Curvy Bullet
And
movie.
Not the Bomber movie.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference.
So we're doing the 2008 comic book adaptation, Wanted, which I don't know if people realize this was based on a comic, but I let
no
Jester
idea.
borrow the comic.
I like the comic. It was actually pretty
the
good.
comic is great.
And they made a lot of parallels, and I know they tried to make the movie like the comic, but they
Except
had
for the one.
it had to be a formula.
Yeah,
They went back to Hollywood formula, and I think that's ultimately like just what killed it.
So, did both of you know the comic first or the movie first?
Movie first.
I think I knew the movie first.
I knew the comic.
He knew the
first.
comic. He let me borrow it. I have
You
to
know
say,
the comic as well, Maestro?
Nope.
Oh.
comic's way more in depth, and it's completely different.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Like the
way
opening
better.
of the movie is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Okay.
oh, I'm a loser at work, and my
Yeah.
boss is
Bah,
a
bah,
fucking...
bah.
Yeah.
Oh, Becky. Was it Becky?
Oh yeah, her name's Becky.
Okay.
Becky.
So in a few minutes, we'll be covering Wanted, the Curvy Bullet movie. I like that.
Curvy bullet,
Yeah.
curvy bullet movie.
I like
Well,
that.
apparently
Jester.
there's a new one coming out, or it came out, so we have to specify.
The uncurvy bullet.
I think it's bomber movie. I think it's Oklahoma City bombing, but I can't remember. I think at least one of my coworkers, when I told them what I was watching, they responded curvy bullet movie or bomber movie, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna say now.
Okay.
Can I take that? And they were like, take what? And I was like, all right.
So when you do trivia, if you have a Wanted question, you should say, this is the Curvy Bullet movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, on trivia that would make sense. I was like, why would he do that?
Yeah.
But trivia makes sense.
All right.
You can also say the Dead or Alive version.
Dead or Alive.
Huh?
There's a
Okay.
Dead or Alive movie.
The song?
They're
Bon
both.
Jovi.
Oh, but they're both
Oh
the same.
jeez.
Whoa,
No, that one's a little better than the movie.
That's a little bit.
So,
That's a little more obscure.
out of
don't you think?
all three of them, I think that one's the best
Dead or
one.
Alive. What's the name of the song? Is it called Dead or Alive?
Dead
I
or
think it's-
alive.
Or is it Wanted? I'm gonna look it
I
up
don't
right now.
know. Why is everyone looking at me? What is it?
I don't know. You're a
I don't know.
historian. You know these things.
Yeah. This is true.
This is like it's like art history. What? It's reputable.
Nah.
The song is called Wanted, Dead or Alive. That's the complete title.
Okay. So I guess that doesn't matter.
Like,
It was a bad joke that went on.
Horseshoes and
Yeah,
hand grenades.
okay,
man.
yeah. We're still on this.
Horseshoes
Okay.
and hand grenades.
All right. So here we go.
Oh.
We'll jump into the podcast.
I should start recording.
Oh, yeah.
Are you
That
telling me
would
that
help.
we haven't recorded this whole time?
I didn't know that's what
everything
I didn't know that's what you guys do. Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, no. So that is the Facebook Live version, only for Facebook Livers.
Yes.
Oh, that's
This
cool.
doesn't get included in the podcast.
Yes.
Neato.
Yeah, man.
So that gives you the incentive to tune in.
Yeah.
And
tune in,
sta-
like the Facebook page.
And stare at our mugs all
I
day.
know.
I was like, who are you guys pointing at?
We have
Oh,
the camera set up.
the camera.
Oh, you're gonna make a sign?
Yeah.
Look here.
Yeah, just have an arrow pointing up to the other one. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
you covered the old camera.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you try to look at it,
Oh, that's right.
And then people are going to be wondering why you keep looking at whoever's behind the camera.
Yeah.
And then
Spoilers, your bad movie review show on the Rat Pack Podcast Network, where your hosts have lots of opinions but zero credentials. Each week we watch a movie, usually a bad one. We crack a couple jokes, we give you our insight into the film, and we play a couple games at the end. I'm your host, Hollywood. I'm joined by my 3 co-hosts,
yeah.
Adam, Maestro,
Hello.
and returning Jester.
Hey-o.
This week we have a very special guest, Jester. Like I said, should have read the copy before I introduced
Yeah,
him.
I'm not very special. I was a regular on this a long time ago, but you know, I just stopped.
In the beginning days.
Yeah, in its conception, I was here for a lot of it, and
Yeah,
I kind of just drifted away.
R.I.P.
Yeah, you were here for the conception.
And And then I left. It sounds like
Just
a bad
the-
family story. Yeah.
You,
And then I walked out.
You introduced me to
I went to
Adam.
go get a pack of cigarettes, and I came back 8 years later. How long have you been doing this? Is
It's coming
5?
up on 8.
Is it?
In April? It'll be 8.
Oh, it will be because I went
we're
to
7 and a
UC
half.
Santa Barbara. That's right.
Yep, April 2010
Dang.
was the very, very first podcast, which is me and Maestro drinking too much.
Oh, I remember hearing it before you lost it.
Yeah.
And then this show's going on 4 next year, something like that. Maybe
yeah.
5.
I'm very proud of you. This is really, really something you guys have put together. It's very entertaining.
Jester introduced me to Adam, and then he disappeared. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I silently just shoveled him in, and I just faded away.
Because I
in the
already
back.
knew Maestro before.
They won't
He would
notice
come
if I
in and
replace
visit
him.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me.
Like a podcast Cupid.
Yeah. Here you go. Now I can leave. Before I go, this is one thing I'm going to do.
July 2013
Oh, okay.
was Jurassic
So
Park.
it's going on 5 years.
Oh,
next year.
man.
So we're at 4.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a while. Well, let me jump into the regulars, and then we'll go from there. This movie was directed by Timur. This guy's Russian. Timur Bekmambetov.
Oh, God, I got to read this. Hold on. a second.
Timur
Are you scatting?
Bekmambetov.
You could be singing a song, and I wouldn't know.
Timur Bekmambetov.
He has one notable directing credit.
Like my Badaf.
Is it Wanted?
No, that could be the
No,
song.
but I'm saying besides this.
Oh, okay.
He directed Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay.
So taking realistic things and making them very
Timur
unrealistic.
Bekmambetov.
Then again, I don't know if this movie's realistic at all.
It's trying
not
to be,
realistic
which is the
at all.
problem.
Yeah,
It's
it was
trying
very
to be.
trying to
Yeah.
be. They should have just went all out with. We'll go there.
Yeah.
in a bit.
Maybe if you tried it with a Russian accent, it might make it easier to say.
Wanna go back to it again?
Ba-da.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. It is
Say it with a Russian accent.
Okay.
Bekmambetov.
Hey, look
Oh,
at
there you
that.
go.
Oh, that actually
That actually works.
Like
Oh my
Mumpetov.
God.
Oh,
Bekmambetov. Holy crap. Well done, Maestro.
all right. Yeah.
This movie stars James McAvoy, Angelina Jolie, Morgan Freeman, and Common. The synopsis. A frustrated office worker learns that he is the son of a professional assassin and that he shares his father's superhuman killing abilities. I ask this every week. Have you ever seen this before? Obviously, Jester had, because
Oh,
we
yeah.
talked hours about it
Yeah, it was great.
when we used to work together.
Our talks were great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well said.
What about you two?
I saw it maybe 2010 or 2012. It was after it was in theaters.
Okay.
I
Watch
remember
it
being
here?
interested when it came out in theaters, but never saw it in theater. I'm not a theater person for the most part.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it, loving it,
Okay.
and then hearing everybody else hated it and was very confused.
It wasn't hate. It was like a mixture of a surprise and
Disapproval.
yeah. Okay. It's not hate. It's not like
Okay,
the spiteful.
well, based on where I was, it was far away from that. So, how far away?
Okay.
I don't know, but not. Wasn't in my like. Oh, that was fun, guys. Look at that. That was a great movie.
I could not suspend disbelief while watching this. And I think that's why I was more confused when the credits started rolling than I was. I felt like there were more questions it raised about their universe,
Yes.
which
Yes.
was our universe, than it did present a story that closed all its loopholes.
Yeah, like for instance, why is Morgan Freeman in this movie?
Or just
He was
how.
fine in this movie. No, he was fine.
No. You know, he's fine, but he shouldn't have been here because of his quality.
He's the voice. That's the voice.
He's
dude.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, I see what
He
you're
says the best line. He says the best line in the entire film, though.
Yeah, but
That's the most memorable thing about the movie. And I
Shoot
love that.
this motherfucker.
Yes, shoot this motherfucker.
I knew that was gonna
I
be
was
the line.
like, all right, that was the best line. Because I remember that's the one thing that sticks out of my head. And I was like, yeah, Morgan Freeman throwing down. Shoot him. I was like,
Yeah.
yes.
That was good.
Make sure. Have you seen this before?
yeah.
Okay,
I
just
seen
making
this.
sure.
Yeah, I seen this on TV. I don't think I have this on DVD. If it does, it's gone to obscurity. I have no idea where it is.
That's how I got it. I got it through Blockbuster, one of those like $5 DVD bins.
Ah.
F yeah.
F yeah.
Unwanted.
And I'm like, oh, man, I got a deal here.
Yeah, you did. That's what Blockbuster said. There, I could see them behind the corner just
they disappeared.
rubbing their hands together. Yeah. Then they declared bankruptcy when they got rid of that one. We're done.
That's it. We finally got rid of that.
We got rid of it. Yeah.
Finally,
Leave the stores. Let's
the
go.
curse is free.
Oh.
So should I?
We got past the intro yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
we can talk
yeah,
about it.
I guess that's it.
So,
This is what I do to the program.
thanks
This
for
is what I
listening.
contribute.
No, but should I tell you what the comic book story is before Or should
No, I think you should do that after.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, let's talk
that's
about
a good
it,
idea.
and then I'll
Because
tell you
the
what
contrast will blow people away.
Yes, because you're not familiar with the comic,
Like a curvy
right,
bullet.
Maestro?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm curious now.
Uh-huh.
I remember hearing it was a comic book and then forgot about it until you brought it up again.
Okay.
It's
You're
just
gonna
like
want to read
Okay.
it.
I
Yeah.
feel like
I'll explain it.
yeah, because you remember when we were talking about the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen
Yep.
and how bad that movie was.
Yep.
Yeah.
But how a lot of people liked it because of the comic.
No.
Thank you.
I don't remember anybody liking it.
I remember
No, I didn't like the movie. I
Sean
liked the comic.
Connery
Yeah.
was in it, and that's why I saw it,
Right?
and
Me
I
too.
didn't understand why. Why?
Would you like to know? I said this in trivia when I did that episode, Maestro. He turned down the role of Gandalf the Grey.
Sean Connery turned it down.
So
to
he's
do
like,
this.
he's like, God damn it! I need a new comic book movie or some type of property to latch
Are
on
you
to.
Nixon?
I don't know. I can't do his accent.
Yeah, you totally
Yeah.
went presidential
I'll show you a way to talk
1970s.
to it. You have to say it with a little bit of a luster.
You're bash.
That's pretty good.
I had
That's
that part
good.
down.
That's
You're
good.
Burr.
You're
Yeah. Yeah, so he
Who's
turned
always
down
whining about the
Gandalf
Burr?
the Grey, and he saw that it became huge, and he's like, God damn it, I need something.
I need
to
a
do.
franchise.
I need a franchise, and that's the last movie he ever did. He retired.
Yeah, I know.
officially.
And that was supposed to be a franchise. Had it done well.
Yeah,
Turns out,
Not so much.
Good attempt. I mean, I see where they were going at that time.
The comic was so much better.
I never read the comic. Of that.
it seemed.
What movie are we talking about?
We did that show, right? Yeah, check out the archives for
Yeah.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah.
that's there somewhere. You find out what we talked about.
Plug.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did it again. Oh, you. not
I told you it's
You.
gonna be all show.
Uh-huh.
All show.
By the way, this is Facebook Live. If you're listening to the audio version of it,
yeah.
you missed the pre-intro that we did, little games we played. So if you want to check out the games we played, check out Facebook Live. Every other podcast basically is on
Yeah.
Facebook Live.
Mhm.
Our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Spoilers Show.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
So, Wanted.
Yes.
James McAvoy, pre-Professor X.
Pre-X.
This is what I knew him best from before he became Professor
That's
X.
why he was familiar.
Because he had hair?
No, I saw him and I was like, I've seen this guy in something else, and then I just realized he was in was it not the First Generation? What was it called?
First Class.
First
Class.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're doing, and the next X-Men movie is
Oh, it's more
Dark Phoenix
Mhm.
with Sansa Stark as, well, she was Jean Grey in the last one.
Oh, right.
Sansa.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. I'm really curious to see how
That's
Logan's going
Apocalypse,
to come
right?
back into
Yeah.
this thing.
Who?
Logan.
Well, he's done, right?
Yeah, he said he's
The actor is, not the character.
Yeah.
They can't.
Yes,
They
they
can't.
can.
No.
Yes, they
Oh,
can.
they will.
That would be suicide. I feel
It's
like.
They'll
Fox.
be like,
Fox
I was
can do anything they
generated
want.
weird.
No, I
You've seen what
can't-
they've done.
I can't. I cannot see that being well received. I can't.
Well, they're gonna have to because
Yeah.
it's gonna
Yeah, eventually, if they reboot the entire universe, DC style.
They've done it twice.
Not
Yeah.
rebooted. No.
Yes, they have.
If you want to be technical,
No.
yeah,
They're all part of the same kind of thing.
yeah, but you can say they started over with Iron Man. I mean, that
But X-Men
wasn't
and
the first
Iron Man,
one.
those are separate properties.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about just okay. I was like, you can't reboot. I was like, you can reboot a universe.
Yeah.
It's been done.
No,
Several times.
There was a video that I saw that says this is why X-Men will never meet with the Avengers.
Fox.
No, because Magneto will kill all of them.
I'll get it.
Iron Man, you're crushed. Captain America shield, out of the way.
Thor's hammer.
Throws hammer.
Away.
Oops, sorry.
Hulk.
Hulk, and this is what they did. He's like, Hulk comes up like, oh, he's got no metal, and then Magneto takes off his helmet. You're gonna beat up a Holocaust survivor?
No,
Then Hulk's like,
no,
I'm out. He walks out.
that's
Well, now they have Spider-Man, so it's okay.
All right.
I like that. All right, you just disengaged from the conversation. Okay, I'm done. Whatever. Okay.
So,
Professor X.
for the listeners who weren't listening on Facebook Live, the reason I picked this movie is because me and Jess used to work together. Real quick, me and Jess used to work together, and he saw Wanted, and he's like, "Dude, did you ever see Wanted?" I go, "Yeah, the movie's fucking ridiculous." Is
that what I sounded like?
We spent
Yeah.
we spent like 3 hours talking about this movie, about the curved bullet and fucking what is it? The spool? What
The loom.
The loom. The fucking loom of fate. All that shit.
The loom of fate, because
It's the fruit of the loom's twisted brother.
it was very Assassin's Creedy. I have to say.
Hold on. Did you not like Assassin's Creed?
Oh, I loved Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it had depth and story to it.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
The
I
game
thought-
or the
I thought
movie?
Omar.
Oh,
The
you're talking about
no,
the
the
movie.
game.
Yeah, the movie.
The
Okay.
game. I haven't seen the movie. No,
Oh, the movie.
He's talking about the
Sucks.
Oh, I'm
games.
talking about the movie. Movie
I'm talking about the
I
game.
enjoyed the movie.
The movie
no, I'm talking about. I'm
Which
talking
had
about the game.
Magneto.
Yeah, it did.
Are we back?
It had Fassbender.
Fassbender, yeah, man. Also, Omar from The Wire was in. Was
I
in
know.
that.
Yeah.
The horrible movie.
Well, I mean, yeah.
If we're going to compare Wanted to Assassin's Creed, I think Assassin's Creed is a little bit higher up on the scale.
Really?
Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not saying much because everybody hates
Well, I'm
Wanted.
gonna have
Yeah.
to see it.
I keep forgetting
one way or
everyone
another.
likes this movie.
I have to see it. Well, I have to see
No,
it
it's
one
not
way. or another.
that we don't like it. It's just it's fucking stupid.
It sounds yeah. It's not that we don't like you. It's just we don't like your personality.
We don't like the things that you say and the things that you do.
You know, and what you represent to our culture.
So, are we against Fassbender or not?
I don't know
Fassbender's
anymore.
great.
So this is no. Wait, think about it this way: Assassin's Creed is Fassbender's. McAvoy is Wanted.
Oh,
Professor X versus Magneto.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'm lost. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
I just got lost. I was
Okay.
like, what the hell? is
Fassbender is from the
Assassin's Creed movie.
Is also the Magneto from First Class.
happening? Fastbender?
That's his
Yeah,
name.
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender.
Oh,
The actor.
I was like, what superhero are we talking about? I was like, what? I was like, is this key
He's so
code
fast
for?
they can bend.
I know. I was like, what the hell?
It's the fifth or sixth class from Avatar. You have the waterbenders, the firebenders.
I honestly thought you were going there.
and
I
the
was like,
fast-
was
and we
he
have the
in
Fassbenders.
something I don't know about?
That's it. I'm out.
Fassbender, yeah. And they're not popular with the ladies.
Which, by the way, Avatar: The Last Airbender, a fantastic movie. Maestro agrees. He would agree also if he was here, but he's not. So
Is that
I'll
why he
speak
left?
for him. Yeah, he loves that movie.
Do you love that movie?
He refuses to acknowledge that movie on the show.
He won't even talk to us anymore.
Yeah, he hates the movie with a passion.
Yeah. He refuses to acknowledge it.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't know why. I've
why
never
he
seen an
left.
empty microphone here next to me before.
Feels weird.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right, well, let's go.
So, Wanted.
The movie.
Yeah, we're back to the movie.
It's a story of Wesley Dodd. He's an accountant, or he's an account manager.
Account manager, yes.
He works in the rat race. He works at a cubicle.
Right.
He has to wear the shirt and tie. He has a boss that he hates, a middle level. What is the term?
Mid-level manager.
Mid-level manager
Yep.
that he hates, and he just thinks he's a loser. His girlfriend's cheating on him.
Which is a combination of, if you ever watched The Office, the guy with the mug, and then the guy that wants a stapler.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Office
saw,
Space.
I saw,
Office
the, I
Space,
saw
Office
the
Space.
stapler,
Yeah.
and I was like,
The whole
okay.
stapler thing, but then like, if you can get that TPS report to me, still
Yeah.
don't have my report. The stapler.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he hates his life at this
Yeah.
point in time.
Mhm.
And he's like, he has anxiety and like his work, his boss, like his entire living situation. He has
He's a pussy.
Yeah, he doesn't
He is.
fight. He knows.
He knows his best friend is hooking up with his girlfriend, who
Yeah.
he lives with.
and he's-
Which, by the way, I was very pleasantly
His
surprised.
Fat Chris Pratt.
Which was Chris Pratt.
I knew he looked familiar.
Well,
I did
yeah.
not recognize him.
He's in between. I think this is probably transitional phase.
This was like one of his first roles.
Oh, was it?
Wanted.
yeah, this was before
Parks
I
and
think
Rec.
Parks and Rec.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He wasn't that fat. He looked fatter as Andy Dwyer than he did right here.
he
in this
did.
one.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't
Yeah,
recognize him. I was like, that kind of looks like someone I know, but I
Okay.
don't really put
What
it
did
in it.
what does Chris Hardwick call the fat Chris
Peter Hardwick.
Peter Hardwick. So is it Peter
Peter Pratt.
Peter Pratt?
Peter Pratt. Hey,
All right.
Are we done with this?
No.
I think we're past what we
Oh,
think
cool.
we're
All right.
We're in the movie. We're talking about the movie.
We're talking
now.
about
Sure.
Wanted again.
Yeah.
Well, for the first
No, actually,
now.
we're actually talking Parks and Rec right now.
Oh,
But
what show are we doing?
yeah. No, Chris Pratt's the boyfriend's the girlfriend's
He's McAvoy's
Yeah.
best friend.
best friend.
And he's
That
hooking
part,
up with
yeah,
his
okay.
girlfriend
Yes.
while he's at work.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
in
But
his
they
house.
work at the same job.
Yes.
Yep.
So how is he?
Yeah. No, because he comes in the office like, hey, Henry's late again, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's like, oh yeah, he had a
Said he had
dentist appointment.
ah.
And
And
then
then they cut to
he's-
him like
he's hooking up with his girlfriend
Yeah,
in his
right.
house, in his apartment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh man, I can't.
Barry.
wait. I can't.
Barry was his
This
name.
is okay. Let me explain this. This is my favorite part of the movie.
which
Dude,
part?
the beginning is my favorite part.
Yeah.
Because it actually sets it up like a decent movie. And while I was watching this part, he hates his life, and it's very Fight Club-esque, leading all the way up
Yep.
to the encounter with what's it
Angelina
called
Jolie.
in Angelina Jolie, and it's this type of character she represents in the hero's journey. It's the trickster or someone who initiates events.
Yeah.
And
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, exactly. The Obi-Wan character. So it's like everything up there. I was like, okay, this is good. This is getting kind of serious. This is like real life kind of down to earth stuff. And I'm like, oh, there's symbolism everywhere. And he's seeing things that aren't there, but actually speak to you.
Yeah.
And I was
like
like,
the
all
ATM
right.
machine thing?
The ATM. It's
Yeah,
like,
that
yeah,
was funny.
your
That's
your best friend's screwing your girlfriend. And, you're a loser.
Yeah.
He's like,
Or I think
okay.
it's pussy even.
Yeah.
Pussy.
You're
yeah,
a pussy. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, agree or dang agree. And he's just like, And up to that point, I was like, okay. And then the initiation happens.
But we got to talk about that rooftop scene with with his dad.
That's his dad. His
quote-unquote
dad.
dad.
Quote-unquote dad. Oh, spoiler alert.
This
No, it's not.
this European guy, he's in like some office building and he's talking to this Indian chick.
He looks like an Andy
'Cause she has
Garcia
a dot-
type of guy.
Yeah. She has a dot on her. She's
Yeah.
the Indian who has like the ceremonial dot thing
The-
on her head.
yeah, dot,
and
not
then you
feather.
see the red laser dot go right where the dot is and bam! Full on fire on the office building. This guy runs and he goes opens the elevator doors and they don't explain it yet. He does some weird moves like
No,
he exerts all his
they
energy.
don't explain it.
He channels his rage.
No, they don't explain
Don't
it.
they? Yeah,
No,
don't
they-
tell him it's
No,
like
they explain it enough.
They don't explain
they
it.
can
They
control
explain
your.
it. They explained it, I think, enough.
No, they
What is it
don't.
called? Adrenaline. You can control your adrenaline and
They
exert-
don't explain.
I know they don't
No,
explain.
they
it.
do. It's what he thinks is a panic attack is his body.
No, that I get.
Yeah.
I get. So
it's
they don't
that being
explain the
channeled.
dude running away from this
Oh,
woman who's
okay.
been shot, and he's like you tell he's gauging how far
Uh-huh.
the building is on the 30th floor or something.
Yeah.
And the building across where the snipers are. He's like, okay, gauging how far it is, and we're like, okay, what's he gonna do? And then he turns around. They could edit this whole part out. Turns around and goes. Opens the elevator door, goes in the elevator
He
for
needs
five
more feet
five
of
more
room.
feet
Yeah.
of more room.
What's the problem
And
here?
then the problem is he puts his foot against the against the inside of the elevator door.
Yeah.
And he runs so fast.
He bends the
He
wall.
bends the wall
Right.
with his foot in a stationary position that's made of steel. If you can do that, you don't need 5 freaking extra feet. You could have done that from wherever.
You don't know how far
And
that
B-
building was. You don't know how far he knows he can jump.
I can tell you it was right across the street, so I can guess maybe about 60 feet.
No more, because buildings also do this thing where they go like this.
I'll
So
get
the 60 feet maybe from base to
Okay,
base.
70 feet, and he jumped Matrix style through the glass,
Yes.
and then went, "Wah!" And then this
And
is
in the
where
air,
things started getting
he's-
unbelievable.
headshot to the guys on the roof who are sniping at him.
Oh, and then the best part was
This-
when he
no.
pulled out the musket and then waved his arm like a magic wand, shot the guy around the corner with a musket ball.
Yes.
It doesn't have
Rifling.
any grooves or riflings on
Yes.
it.
It's
It
a
honestly
round.
should have just went. It should have flown off in some direction and hit some random stranger.
Yes.
This guy's so magical. He's able to curve it around a brick wall from 50 feet away. And okay, this guy should be in the. He headshots this guy.
Yeah.
And he,
Around the corner.
that's it. I saw the musket come out. I was like, what the heck?
You forgot about that?
I forgot about the musket. I was like, okay, I remember the musket. What is going on? It's come up later. We'll talk about that later. Okay. He kills everybody
Except for one guy.
except for one guy.
And the guy says, I was just the decoy. And the European guy looks down, he's signing on an X. And then
Oh, yeah.
the bullet goes, you see it go through his forehead. He's like, ugh! And then it pops out.
It pauses.
And then it zooms
like a
back,
pimple.
and you see where the bullet's coming
I
from.
feel like you guys are doing this a scene injustice. I mean,
Okay,
I
Adam,
got
why
to
don't you
say,
explain it.
Because this is to me
Uh-huh.
setting up the movie.
The world?
This is setting up the world.
No, this is our world.
No,
this is
this
not.
scene lets us know this is not our world.
If that was the case, like, 'cause if this was a comedy, this would have been a hilarious movie.
Yeah.
Without that context, or without, if like you said,
That
if
is the
this-
context.
You know, if
So this is
if
a
that was
comedy?
really what they were going for, it would have been great. I would have been like, look, this guy, he's shooting
can't have
bullets
that kind
around
of
walls.
music.
You should.
No, you got it. No, because there's a difference between being a funny and making it a comedy.
Oh, it's
versus,
hilarious to me.
Versus, it's like creating a fantasy world.
Okay.
Because I mean, if you're watching the Hobbit, you don't see like, hey, he's a small guy with big feet.
No, music creates the context. That's what I mean. Okay, no matter what world universe they're in, that you can't do that. I don't care what world you're in.
No. That's what they're saying. This is in this world. This is what's possible.
No, in this world, it's not.
But you can't see like, oh, Gandalf just blew a pirate ship with his pipe bullshit. That doesn't happen. Can't happen.
Okay, I'll give you a pass because we're gonna call this fantasy.
Yes, it's
not
fantasy.
even fiction.
Yeah.
We have to be very specific. We have to be more specific. This is fantasy, not fiction. Fiction's like, okay, maybe in the realm of possibility. Fantasy goes beyond all possibility, beyond the point of no return.
Yes.
And you start talking about unicorns and dragons and bending bullets.
Things that don't exist.
Huh?
The things that don't exist.
Things that don't possibly exist.
Like-
you know what you have to do to bend a bullet's trajectory?
You have to
Change the laws of gravity.
I think if you were the Flash, I think you could.
No, you have to be a black hole.
You would either have to have a barrel so long that before it enters or exits the end of the barrel, that barrel has to have swung enough so that the barrel's momentum adds to the momentum of the round, so that by the time it leaves, it's moving at the same rate that the barrel's moving. It transfers that momentum energy into the round.
Okay.
The other way is if you make a movie like this and just make everything up. You can't do it from that small of a barrel.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
The only way you can do it on the outside of the barrel is if you literally have a black hole halfway in between where you're cutting.
That'll do it too.
Yeah.
What if you have
Or-
a portal gun?
Or if you're Magneto,
It won't
bring it back
curve.
to the Fassbender.
That's
talk,
what I was thinking.
Or you can be Magneto
Yeah.
again.
What if you're Magneto, but they're using bullets that aren't magnetic?
No, they're metal.
Like
They're
ice
metallic.
bullets?
Like plastic bullets?
No, it doesn't matter. There are metals that aren't magnetic.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
I
Like a
disagree.
penny?
No, there's.
I'm
yeah.
not. I'm not
Like
a
silver.
botanist or anything.
Yeah.
Silver bullets aren't magnetic.
But they're too soft.
Well,
for
they
the-
are magnetic, but it's not. It's very, very,
very
very
low.
small. Very, very, very.
Yeah.
Oh,
small.
so it would only cover a little bit.
Yeah. He'd be like, ah, and he'd go like, it slowed him down a little bit just to kill him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
So,
he
the bullets.
shot from like the
Yeah.
next city over, pretty much.
that's even better. Okay, this is the next part.
This sets up the entire world. I don't know how you guys are missing this.
Okay, the round this guy fires, and when I say round, I mean it's a projectile that exits the gun.
Yes.
Okay,
And it breaks apart in air.
re-entry, re-exiting stages. It's like a rocket, dude.
Yes, it is.
They modeled this.
It's like a
bullet?
NASA thing. It's like a.
It is. Yeah, it has
A missile
stages.
goes up?
It has stages of exit outside of. This is stupid.
Yes.
You know what? You know why? Okay, first of all, if you have a larger bullet like that, it wouldn't go as far in the first place. You should get rid of the entire thing and just shoot the little tiny piece of the bullet. You just make it a little bit heavier so it has more density, and gravity will do the rest of it. By the way, no. As soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, a little bit of disbelief. And why was his? If okay, the guy he shoots this out from a window all the way across the city, right?
Yeah.
And okay, all the way across the city in his the muzzle, his what's it called? I just said it earlier. The barrel's curved too. Did you notice
It's got
that?
the striations in the middle and the inside.
No, the barrel, like when you're looking at him, the barrel is curved on the gun like this.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice that.
I did.
I'm like, okay.
Didn't you see how he was sitting? He was sitting on a chair, and then the rifle was above him like that.
Oh,
but
that
he
was a
still-
microscope on top of it.
There's what microscope is on this? No, a telescope.
Telescope.
The telescope.
Sorry.
Yeah, telescope. I'm
You're right.
gonna let it go.
That was the crazy part I said.
yeah, that was the most unbelievable
That's
thing.
the most ridiculous thing.
That's the most ridiculous thing in the
Everything's
movie. Okay, you can't. Okay, the exit stages just doesn't make sense to me because you should get
Agreed.
rid of the exit stages. But I checked out at that point.
I agree with you, and this is why this is setting up this world as bullshit.
No, the whole thing. I get it. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I'm done. Okay, and okay, well, you go. Someone else.
Before we
talk.
get too far, let me state, I did have a lot of problems with this movie. The world they set up was fun. The problems I had.
Fun, yeah.
The problems I had were more the lines that were used. Like that was a stupid line.
Oh, eventually, yes. We haven't
Yeah.
even gotten to the big lines.
Right.
We've gotten.
But as far as the world, I feel like they set it up well enough that this is crazy. I always equate this is the spirit, which I haven't even seen the whole movie through all the way.
I like
through.
that one.
But in the
That was
first
good.
5 minutes, they're starting fighting a swamp, and Samuel Jackson picks up a toilet and hits a guy with it. Like, oh, it's that kind of movie. Once you realize what's happening, the rest of the movie you can just like got it.
You know why? It's because the beginning set it up to look a much more serious movie. It seemed like it felt like watching another Fight Club. And then it was like, yoink, guess what? And now we have bullets with different stages and muskets that can shoot around walls. So I guess that's why I was so upset. It threw me off big time. I was like, okay, watching it again, I was actually saying to myself, like, this looks like a good watchable movie. I was like, this guy's going to transform. He's going to start a new journey. And he does, but not in the way that I totally thought it would be.
Right.
He does start a life-altering journey. And,
Absolutely.
let's get to that part. So,
Well, pretty much here, like you said, he's in the not the liquor store, the
picking
pharmacy.
up his anti-anxiety
It's like,
medication.
it's like a CVS type of situation.
Yeah,
And Angelina Jolie pops up.
Holy crap.
with the makeup.
I had totally forgotten that she used to look like this.
Yeah.
What?
I remember seeing, as soon as she came on
She
screen, I
looks
was like,
she looks a little different now.
oh my God, it was stunning.
I'm looking her up
I
right
was
now.
I was stunned. I had a
Yeah.
moment where it's like, wow, that's right. That's how she used to look. Because she's not that. She doesn't look that way anymore.
No.
She's all like skull torn out, and it's not the best look.
I honestly haven't seen any recent pictures
She's
of her.
way too skinny, and
Yeah.
it's upsetting.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she was. This is like, whoa. I remember thinking, if that was me at the counter, I'd be I would have said
And
out
I
loud.
think that's take it.
What's happening?
Yeah,
What you realize you're looking at me, right? I don't know.
yeah. And
There's
she's
somebody behind me.
sitting there glaring at him.
Yeah.
Right? She's just like, Meh. He's like, what is it? And then she starts.
She's like, I knew your father. Your father was assassinated on the roof of a
Yeah, he was the
metro
greatest
building
assassin
today.
in the world. He was killed yesterday, or whatever.
Yeah, and McAvoy's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, booze is that way, lady.
yeah, who boozes that way? I was like, all right.
Yeah, and the man who tried to kill him is killed right here now.
Yeah, guess what?
And her, what?
Straight into fifth gear.
So yeah,
And then there was a firefight.
yes.
Oh, yes.
So this firefight, she brings out or she puts her gun in this attachment, which lets
That
it
is real.
curve.
That is real.
That's a real thing.
Yes.
It's
Oh my-
amazing.
I thought that
it's
was
an Israeli-made combat
Yes.
unit, so they're made
use
to
it-
look around walls in
Uh-huh.
in tight urban areas.
Oh, so in real life, you can't just curve the bullets around the wall?
No, that's why she has one in the first place. This movie would be more realistic if the guy flying through the air pulled one of those out on his way across the street, put his gun in it, and then made him look around the corner and shot the guy with the musket. With the musket, I'd be like, okay,
Like, you didn't put
curve?
gunpowder in
Yeah,
before
no.
he flew out.
yeah. Maybe getting everyone's just looking at their watches, waiting for him to. So
How does he have an LCD screen and gunpowder?
Yeah.
He's using a musket with LCD.
That's a really good point.
So, she has this thing which
I cannot believe that's a real thing.
It's
I thought
totally
that
real.
was just a dumb thing in the movie.
No,
Now,
that's
they actually had it on the History Channel and the Army Channel.
Well,
Army?
this
Or
is-
the
I think this
military channel.
military
This
channel.
is big for us because this is like our Counter-Strike type of days where we're all about these tactical type of weapons and
Yeah.
things, and that was it came on the radar. I was
Okay.
like, that's amazing. And then we saw it in the movie. It's like, hey, they did it.
Yeah, I was actually really excited.
I was
like,
impressed
yeah.
with that. I forgot about that entire scene. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about those things.
And then I went right back to, oh, okay.
yeah,
Because you know what the other guy who's shooting at her does? He curves his stupid bullets.
Yeah.
Even if for the sake of a plot device, stick with the damn plot device. And she's like, I'm going to use this to shoot around corners. No, shoot around corners. You've been training to do this
Yeah.
for a long time. Just do it. And he's like, I'm going to shoot through everything. I'm like, okay. So they brought that out more just for show, I think.
it was absolutely for show.
And I was like, oh, and I feel that a lot of this movie was a lot of flashy, showy, kind
Yeah.
of like
Look what we
very
can do.
bright things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keys, just jingling
Yeah,
keys.
it was Stuart from Mad TV.
Yeah.
Look what I can do.
Oh, that's cool. It's a girl with a gun. Oh, she's got another gun. Oh, she's driving a Viper. I feel like that's what a lot of the opening action scene
Absolutely.
was. So,
So this chase scene
yeah, the chase
in
scene.
the Viper. So she throws him in the car. She's
No,
like,
she
"We
does
gotta
not
go."
throw him in the
that's
car.
Right. Oh, yes. Why hasn't the Fast and Furious done stunts like this?
You know what did do a stunt like this? Is a movie called Red with one Bruce Willis. He's driving the car, spins it. As it's spinning, he gets out of the driver's seat, walks towards the guy, and starts shooting him without breaking stride. It was amazing. So what happened in this movie was the reverse of that.
Yeah.
So just instead of him coming out of the car, we put McAvoy in the car.
Yeah.
And he's going, what? How'd I get here?
She's going like 40 miles an hour, and she's
And drifting, and his legs are still together.
yeah. And he's like, and she
Right.
turns the car at the right moment with the door open, which somehow defies physics going at that speed.
Absolutely.
So is the concept here that she can control her adrenaline so well she can accurately get him in the car?
Come on, dude.
Okay,
Guys, my
look.
brothers.
Yeah, we've
Look,
established this.
Okay, I'll give it to you that it's a different world for you, and that people do amazing things. Wait. But you can't change the laws of physics when it comes to gravity.
You can. The world has been set up for us that rules do not apply.
So you're telling me
This is a Doctor Who style world.
no?
There's no
There's no
rules.
Doctor Who.
There's not. No.
We don't know that.
Are you telling? No wait. Are you telling me that if you open up? Oh my god. then I'm just gonna get on this imaginary horse and take off then too. Then,
Yeah.
okay. Excuse me.
We've been waiting the whole show to use that.
Oh, maestro.
You didn't even have to bring up Avatar.
No, look at that.
No, he's not coming
Oh,
back.
The Last Airbender, his favorite movie?
Yeah, of all
Yeah,
time.
I remember that.
Yeah.
He won't stop talking about that movie. How he just loves the way it was portrayed and how the cartoons, the animes got it wrong, but Shyamalan somehow nailed it.
I agree.
He just won't stop talking about
Full-heartedly.
it. Yeah.
So she is drifting the Viper, somehow opens the door against the momentum of the car, and manages to scoop him in here safely without breaking any bones.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's
Impressive
like,
either way.
"Oh, sorry," and he keeps saying sorry, and I get the point.
Yeah.
'Cause it was like
He's a
he's
big
still a
pussy.
weenie,
This is a character type.
and a car chase ensues. There's a gunfight, and they're supposed to be like, "Oh, he's looking up her dress," and "Oh, it's a girl with a gun."
That was all this to me because in the scope of this world, wildly impressive.
He loves that phrase.
Yeah, in the scope of it's very key to me enjoying this movie. Is
What?
in the scope of this world?
This is how big the scope of the world is.
That's fine.
This is all it is.
It turns out I have a microscope.
This is true.
It turns out Adam has his like very good like choice phrase words. My like
Scope of the world.
Scope of the world. My bubble. What else? Not my world. Princess and Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Okay. And Princess.
Oh, that's
Princess
mine.
is what he calls me because that's actually Doctor Who reference.
Yes, it is.
Because Queen Elizabeth in the second episode of the second season, I think, when Tennant is in with the werewolves.
That would
Is that
make
the
it
Purple Man?
Yes, Purple Man from
Yes.
Jessica James.
Jones.
Jones.
Oh, Jones. Whatever. Kilgrave. Yeah. Where Queen Elizabeth turns to Tennant, the doctor, and says, "You are not from my world. Get out of here." So every time I say that's not in my world, he calls me princess because of the queen.
Okay.
Because you can't be the queen. That was just weird.
Yep. Yeah. If you called me your highness, that'd be awkward.
Yeah.
What's the stunt she does in the car? She jumps the car and it hits the side of the bus and the bus falls down and they just drive off of that. Why hasn't like The Rock done that in one of the Fast movies yet, or Vin Diesel?
Because I
don't
think
know.
they did it once and they were like, never do that again.
No, because they did that whole thing with the tank, where I think Vin Diesel
Oh, that was in Fast and Furious or
Yeah,
something?
it was
That was like
Fast
5 or
6.
4.
I want to say it was
Fast
6.
5?
6.
Oh, man.
Where he
was
jumps
6.
out of his car
Off of the bridge.
off the bridge in the air to catch Letty, and then slams into another car.
Yeah, that was 6.
As she catches her, I think she was being launched from some other place.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, whoa. For a car guy, you sure know physics well.
So do those movies take place in your world?
No, Fast 5 leaves my world.
Okay.
Fast
making
5,
sure.
Fast 5 leaves the world.
Wait. Fast 5 is okay.
No. It doesn't. No, because it exists in the same world as Wanted does.
So these are different worlds. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
No, they're out of this world.
Okay.
They're out of this world's.
Yes. Nobody? Out of This World was a TV show way back in early 80s, maybe late 90s. This girl had powers where she put her fingers together and she froze time.
Oh.
No?
No.
There's another one where,
Oh, yeah.
where an alien touches a kid's finger and heals it.
That's E.T. Everybody saw that.
You saw that? That was in the 80s, though.
Ooh.
Adams was like movies pre-1990.
Well, this was allowed in the
yeah, it
bubble.
is.
This was allowed in the bubble because it wasn't alien. It wasn't demonic people. It was aliens.
okay.
Catchphrase number 2.
Okay, so car chase is concluded, and the police are like, "Oh,
Yeah. Well, we got to mention that scene though. She does the thing where she tips the car up, flies it into the bus,
and then drives it
hits
off
it
the
on
bus.
the side of the bus, so that when the bus hits its side, it's now upright and continues driving off.
Yeah, but you forget about the momentum that the bus and the car have when they're falling over. That Viper should have slid right off the bus because it's still moving in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it lands, she's gonna go whoa and fly off the bridge.
Agreed.
Not to mention...
And the end. Cut to credits.
Yeah, and not to mention the amount of like force that car's created. It will probably bend one thing or another.
You would just break something at least. The axle would.
Yeah,
I don't
I've
think they
seen
make
trucks
Vipers
do
that.
less and break more axles that way.
Is it possible that Wesley was supposed to be played by Fassbender instead of McAvoy? In which case, it would explain the ability to control metals.
Which makes sense
this
why Fassbender dodged that
He
bullet.
didn't know he had.
Hey!
Oh.
You said that.
Okay, so they land. She flies over the cop cars.
She drives her about 3 to 4 miles with no tire.
Yeah, that is plausible.
I've seen it happen.
And they go to the factory where the fraternity is, And Morgan Freeman, we're introduced to him. His name's Sloan in the movie.
Yes.
And he says, your father was in a league of assassins along with us, and you have the same abilities as your father.
Yes.
But he was a millionaire, so now that's in your bank account. You inherited everything. But we need you to pass the test. Shoot the wings off the flies. And McAvoy's like, oh, what? Oh, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
No, I'm just an account manager, processor, server.
I don't know what you're doing here.
God, oh, geez.
Shoot the wings off the flies. So, surprise.
Oh, you're one of them, aren't you?
Yeah. So he focuses and he panics and he shoots the wings
So
off
that
the flies.
adrenaline thing, or his
it's a weird
anxiety
camera
is,
effect that
yeah,
they
his
do.
anxiety is starting to kick up.
Yeah. So I kind
like
of
a
picked up
ripple
on
thing.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird, but okay.
It's like bubble.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they just changed the lens
Fisheye.
real quick. Yes, right? It's like they
Like
went out
somebody-
and in.
Like if the lens was on top of a flubber and you just poked it.
Yeah, or one of those slimy things you used to get in those little quarter packages at the mall when you were a kid.
You're talking about gack?
Yeah, or
No,
gack.
no.
Gack with the slimy
Flubber?
hands.
Oh, the sticky.
Yeah, the sticky hands. You stretch them
Oh,
out
yeah.
and you can look through them.
Oh, the one you get for 25 cents?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
Never heard of
overpaying,
it.
bro. You're overpaying. $0.25.
Yeah. They didn't have nickel ones
I
in
get
my
mine for
day.
like 5 tickets, all right, at Chuck E. Cheese.
That's
That's like $5.
$6.
Yeah, that's like $3 if
Not
depending
if
on
you're
what
good
game.
at skee ball.
If
No,
you're
that's
good at
that is
skee
if you're
ball,
good
yeah.
at skee ball.
You got lied to by that Chuck E. Cheese employee.
Damn it.
Okay, so he shoots the wings off the flies, and does he pass out?
No, so he's like, you guys are crazy! And he leaves, and he
Yeah.
wakes up in his bed the next morning. He's like, oh, God, it was just a
With
dream.
his terrible girlfriend who's
Yeah.
like, we need a move.
Yeah.
Feed the cat.
Yeah, they do this whole thing where, like, remember that feel? You know that feeling when you're in a dream when you wake up and you're like, "Oh, thank God, this was a dream,"
Uh-huh.
and then the gun drops out of his pants.
Yeah.
This was not that.
Yeah. Oh,
'Cause this was real.
and I was like, see, and then it kind of goes back to, I'm like, all right, it's kind of Fight Clubbish. Like, it's getting back to that serious
Yeah.
kind of noir feeling. And I was like, all right, okay, so maybe that was just like a little hiccup. Maybe that was just like the intro to get the audience into it.
Yeah.
Maybe this will go somewhere. And I was just really upset.
Well, the next scene, he's back at the office. He's checking his bank statement online, and it says like $3 million,
$3 million,
whatever.
3.5 something.
So
Yeah.
he's feeling good. Like he's like, yeah, I got money. And then he stands up to his boss.
Yeah,
What's her name, Janet.
stands up to
Janet.
his boss. Calls
That
her
sounds
out,
right.
makes her. Well, the thing is, he mad at her, and then he like tells her off so politely and truthfully that it really hurts her feelings.
He goes, I know middle school must have been tough for you.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
he's-
hold on.
he's
This
like
was
that.
not polite. This was.
And no, at
This
the
was
end,
vindictive.
he emphasized with her, and he's like, "We might have felt bad for you,"
Yeah.
and he's like being really truthful, and he's like, "You know what? It would have been." He's being very honest,
Yeah.
and I think that's what really stuck it to her. And then he's like, "I quit," and he walks off, and I think you
Oh,
that's
and-
your favorite part right after that.
Chris Pratt's coming in, and he's like,
You're the man!
He's like, damn, bro, you're the man. And then he hits him with his keyboard,
Yes.
and the keyboards break, the letters break, and it spells FUCKYO, and the U is his tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
great.
that's the other part where I was like, "No, we've passed the threshold. We're gonna stay."
This is more putting it into the terms of, hey, this is fake. This
Yeah.
is not real.
Oh, I got it. And even though it's in a fake universe, okay.
This to
There's-
me was a comedy. It was meant.
It was
to be.
okay. I got no.
you
It's
think
on
an
and
acc-
off.
You guys think it's an accidental comedy? I'm
no,
thinking
it is-
yes, legitimate.
If it was, it wouldn't be so serious. It's not like a dark comedy. It can't find out what it wants to be. It's got its moments of seriousness, and it's got its moments of
Wait,
I don't even know how to describe this movie.
Adam,
Would
are you
action?
Are you saying
Hilarity?
that the way like Zombievers, like they know they're making a dumb
No,
horror movie? Are you saying it's
no.
like that? Like they know what kind of movie they're
No,
making?
this wasn't even campy. This isn't even campy.
This is more in the vein of shoot 'em up than anything else.
Ah,
Where shoot 'em up
I love
is
shoot 'em up.
because that's also very serious at times.
yes.
Crazy outlandish. A freaking carrot is firing a machine gun at a certain point as it
Yeah.
goes all over the place.
Yeah, and he shoves the carrot in the guy's eye. Yeah.
Okay, so take out carrot, put in curving bullets.
It's not the same
That's
thing.
what we have. That's what we have here.
It's not the same thing.
Absolutely, it is.
Okay, so he leaves. I don't like that scene because I'm like, you could have done without that. If you would have slapped him in the face with the keyboard, I'd been like, awesome. It was like, no. Somebody in the room, in the writer's room, was like, wait, how about the keys fly off?
well, that's in the
and
comic.
it says F-U. It was the tooth in the comic?
Not the tooth.
Yeah.
But it did spell out "fuck you."
Yeah, and I was like,
okay, but why
I guess
is-
you know what? I take that back because if it's sticking in the comic, I can see why they can include that in there.
Why is that not okay? But the ATM saying you're a pussy. Do you agree?
because it's
These are in the exact same realm.
it's yes,
This is not
it's
not
in the
actually
film
happening.
of
It's what we're seeing.
It's in no. See, in my brain when I saw the opening scene and he's actually looking at the ATM, I'm thinking he has some sort of deep depression and he's actually seeing these things. That's how he's reading it. His bank account balance is so low that that's what he's feeling when he's looking at his bank account balance.
Yeah.
Because he can't pull out $10. So what he's seeing is what he's actually seeing.
Nobody
he's
can, by the
actually like he's actually has a mental disability of some sort where he's not interpreting the world on the same level as everyone else. That's how I saw it. I was like, this is a very serious kind of thing. And at the very same time, I was like, you know what? Maybe that's kind of the direction going. I was way wrong because it was not a very serious kind of thing. And then eventually I was like, this whole movie, I just don't even know what this is anymore. Okay, so he slaps him
Fox
in the face.
Yeah, so he leaves, and Fox, who's Angelina Jolie, is
Oh,
waiting.
that's
She's
not
waiting for him outside.
Fox.
Well, there's a reason she's called Fox.
Yeah, there
when I
is.
explain the comic, it'll make
Oh, yeah?
sense. But yeah, her name is Fox.
Does she own a starship?
No, you'll
Okay.
see.
Oh, jeez.
How's that?
Okay, so what happens
So
next?
so now he's
Training.
now recruited. So now they're going to train him. So
Yeah,
they're-
he
so,
basically gave up his life and like, yeah, I'm in now.
I'm in now.
I said no, but now yes.
So this British guy. So this is also in the comic, Jester. The way they train him, they tie him to a chair. He's got to get used to fucking getting roughed
beat up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they beat him up. The guy with the blades is not in the comic. The fat guy with the
Scarface
blades.
little guy.
The butcher guy.
teach you blades.
Yeah.
Hey, my weapon doesn't trigger. There's no trigger. I don't run out of bullets.
Yeah, I've got a problem with him. We'll get to that.
He was way over the top.
Oh, and then when they bring in the cadavers, that's also in the comics. You have to get used to shooting a living.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to put bullets into bodies.
Okay.
In a live actual bodies.
Yeah.
That's all from the
So
comics.
basically, there's just like a basic montage
Yeah, it's
of
a training
him getting
montage.
The
beat the hell up.
montage. That's
He gets beat up by the
By the
fixer,
Brit.
the medic, whatever you call him.
The
the repairman.
The repairman.
Yeah.
He beat up by the repairman. He gets cut up by the butcher. And then he gets put in wax to heal with some super crazy wax.
Oh my!
It's like a milk that's supposed to speed up the white blood cells in his body.
so it increases your healing factor.
Like a virus.
yeah, like
Okay.
like a mutation, you would say.
You're
No.
Almost from another comic
no,
book.
No, when you get sick, that's what happens. Your white blood cell count jumps up.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, they're
So
giving
that
him
whole pool is white blood cells?
No,
Oh,
that,
so
that,
you're
that whole
saying it's a virus?
that whole pool is fungus. It's in your body, entering your body and causing an infection.
So your body kicks up its
Oh, so
T
the
cell
white blood
count,
cells-
so you fight off the infection.
Yeah, but you don't come out better. You come out worse.
I have a problem with that though because your white blood cells don't stop you from don't stop bleeding.
All they do is stop
Platelet-
infection.
Yeah, that's platelets. So
What if it's the T virus?
sorry, but biology says no.
If it's a T
biology
virus,
says super no.
What if it's
but
a
in
little
this
bit of the T
world,
virus?
Jester,
Yeah, in this world,
who knows what
anything
those
goes.
white cells can
Yeah,
do?
I mean,
Who knows what these writers can do?
if the T cell can make a woman that couldn't walk now walk, or a little child, why can't they just heal all
That
the way?
doesn't happen.
Did you not see Resident Evil 2?
Yeah, that doesn't happen. In that universe, it happens.
It happened.
These aren't the same universes.
How do we know?
Oh, I hate you.
These are not
I hate
whatever
you,
whatever
Robert.
universe this is. It is not mine.
I'm not coming back on.
So
the show.
therefore, they must be also Resident Evil.
This is my last show.
That's what I was saying.
It's forever.
That's what I was saying. This was
This is my. This is it.
See, I don't need to say a thing.
Let's talk about this bath real quick.
Okay.
So they're a League of Assassins. I don't know how they're getting financed. They never explain it.
They're selling cotton, which is a high turnover rate.
Yeah, like I said,
Selling.
Well, it's not 1840s.
no.
It's not the
They-
South of the
Satin,
1840s.
dude.
They own Fruit
Did
of the
you
Loom.
hear him? It's 4,000 thread count. Did you, I'm not
That's
joking.
it. That,
He's-
by the way, yes,
I know.
that's bullshit. That is complete bullshit.
And he's
Explain
holding
why.
Up, he's holding up like a potato sack of a thread. I was like, dude, if it was 4,000 thread count, it would look like solid steel. If
Yeah.
it was 4,000 thread
If
count.
you're ever sold something that's above 1,000 thread count, what that means it's a 2-ply 500 thread count.
yeah.
Okay.
4,000
Anything over
thread
300
count
is like you're just wasting your money.
or like super thin
Or
like
400.
microcarbon fiber that they're using now to like test like molecular bonds. That is like 4,000 thread count.
Okay.
Like I mean exaggerating, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So-
milk bath.
So
And
this bath. What? Fuck assassinating. Just sell this shit to just make
Oh.
profit off this.
That's true.
Sell it to a bunch of NFL teams. Oh, your guy fucking pulled
Just
a muscle.
own-
throw him in
own-
the bath.
Yeah.
The only problem about that is
Quarterback
they
got a
have
concussion. Throw him in the bath.
the only problem about it is they have some sort of predestined situation where they believe that they are doing some sort of higher powers work.
Yeah,
we're
that
pretty much
will-
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he passes all his training, and Morgan Freeman explains to him.
Well, he passes the training because he has to shoot.
they
pass.
teach him how to curve the bullet.
Yeah, the bullet curving is the last test. So they get the pig out there. Hey, shoot the target. Oh, but the pig's in the way. What is it?
Yeah,
why do you think the bullets fly straight? Because that's what you were taught? No.
If he would have said no, physics, the end. I'm like, all right, cool. We can
The other
stop
guy
there.
Tyson walks out,
Yeah.
drops the mic he wasn't even talking into.
Yeah. If he would have been, if he would have stopped and been like, "No, I'm out," and just left, I would have been like, "All right, a little more respect for him." But no, okay, he can't shoot around the pig, and he tries and tries and tries. So Angelina Jolie's character Fox goes and stands in front of the pig.
She's like, shoot the target now.
Yeah, and then everyone's like, "What? What?" But her and Sloan are like, "Yeah, we do this all the time." I guess. Which by
He did this to the last son of the assassin that we trained.
yeah, right. He's a pile of dead assassins over in the corner. So
A bunch of hats.
he does the same thing he always does, but he does it this time, and he like flicks the wrist.
Yeah, with the flick of the wrist.
No, he doesn't just wave his arm. He flicks the wrist. See, there's a flick.
Yeah.
In that little muscle contracting, that causes him to defy physics and curve.
And this is just a small handgun.
Yeah,
Actually,
this is a 45 or a 9mm.
How long is the barrel, would you say?
Oh, probably about 6 inches. Maybe not even longer than that.
Supposedly, in this world, there are certain tendons that are in the person's hand that some people are not born with. And so the people that actually can do that weird flick of the wrist have the ability to add some sort of centrifugal force
This
to
is
it.
an adaptation, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Or he's actually the kid from Rookie of the Year who healed way faster and his tendons
after he
healed
broke
real
his
tighter.
wrist?
Yeah, and from being beat up, and he's like, whoa. And that's
Yeah,
it.
because he throws like a catapult.
Yeah. So he curves it around. He doesn't kill Angelina Jolie or Fox, and they're like, "See, told you so." And she fulfills her role as both, the plot device to further along the plot,
The
to get him
MacGuffin.
through his chainring, and to be like the motivation for everything that he's doing. I was like, oh, it's one of these. So that's why I was like, they kicked it back into the Hollywood formula.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, so
Yeah.
she's fulfilling the same role, is the whole thing. But I was like, all right.
I just enjoyed seeing her
she's
on
a powerful female, though. I was like, okay,
screen. Yeah,
that's good.
And now we learn about the fraternity. They were started 1,000
years ago.
Yeah.
by these loomers.
1,000.
Loomers, loonies.
So as the tale foretold, they were working on the old mill,
Yeah.
and these fucking cotton strands, one was above another one,
The
and they
imperfections.
somehow interpreted that as, hey, we have to save the world. What?
The imperfections.
What does that mean?
In the loom causes, instead of it going up over and under, one is a over. Hey, that's a code. It becomes a binary code.
Yes.
Which they now take those binary numbers to transform them into letters.
Using a cipher we don't know.
No, I think it's based on where it is in the loom.
They don't explain it to us at all. They're
No,
just
they
like,
don't,
it's
they
ones
don't.
and
You're right.
zeros, and they're writing an equation out.
You're
and they
right.
just write out whatever name they want. Like, I'm like, okay. But,
This one says Kennedy.
yeah, right? Oh.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
that makes sense for the magic bullet.
Did you read the files they released
No, I didn't.
from the JFK assassination files?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I think you might be onto something.
Was
Oh.
our boy LBJ involved?
I don't know. But they think it's the mob and the Russians and blah, 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 because everything's the Russians now.
So in all the history that you studied, you never once saw Fox was responsible for the assassination.
Too soon.
Too soon?
Too soon to tell.
Too soon.
They didn't release all the files.
Is that you can tell me we have to kill me type of situation?
Yep.
All right.
Are they all?
This is why it's my last show.
Jess, are all those files redacted? Like,
Is it my
the
last show, too?
assassination was. Do the things read like assassination was ordered by redacted?
Black. Yeah, it's just black ink everywhere. It's just pretty much, it's just white borders and the whole thing is just black.
Under orders by black.
Right.
Black.
Or leave it alone. Like Sloan's not a real name.
And so, okay, yes, it's
Nobody
not.
named Sloan.
So that's the thing. They were like, every culture has a secret language. First thing I said out of my mouth verbally, I was like, no, they don't. Cultures have languages. That is their secret language. When they go to another country, that's their secret language.
Ah, yes.
But I don't get the transition from we're making cotton or loom.
That was a
to
crazy jump.
killing
Oh, yeah.
People.
to save the world.
Yeah, I was like, that's
a
some
weird jump.
sociopath stuff.
And the whole idea is whatever name the fate, the loom
The
pulls,
loom of fate.
the fate. Yeah, that's what it's called. The loom of fate.
fate.
Whatever name the loom of fate brings, it's like, oh, we have no choice. We have to eliminate this person.
Because, we can't, not do it.
Yep. That's what fate demands.
So she takes him on their first training
Yeah, so
one,
Wesley goes
first
out.
dry
First
run.
hit. It's the first
yeah,
hit.
and he fails. And he's like,
he
again,
doesn't do it. He can't.
he can't. He's like, what did he do to deserve it? And then again, she kicks into her classic role as like the instigator, to move the plot along. She's like, I had a horrible story when I was a kid.
They try to tell it in a clever way,
And
which
that's
is not very clever. Where she's like, there was a girl one time. Was the girl you? Shh.
Yeah.
That was a girl.
Let me finish. Don't get ahead of the story.
I have one question about Japan. Is the answer Japan?
Yeah.
Simpsons.
Yeah. Actually, it is.
So she tells this sad story about how her father's district attorney and he gets whacked, but then the guy was a crazy guy and she had to watch while he died, and the assassins didn't kill that guy a long time ago, and that's why her family died, and that's why she doesn't question anything.
Turns out that guy's name came up on the loom a week before he killed her father, so had the assassins done their job, my father would still be here.
Yeah, and
then
that was
I wouldn't be
her.
an assassin anymore, so I guess this whole thing is irrelevant.
Yeah, and that's why she's assassin. Yeah, so it's like, so she took her father. Okay, so then he's like, oh, well, obviously now I have to.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hot lady.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
I was like, okay, whatever. So no thought. He was just like, okay.
So then it cuts to, because you think he's not going to pull the trigger, but then he does, and he curves it.
Hold on. By the way, if you're on a moving train and you try to curve the bullet, even if the curve is okay, he's not taking into account the momentum of the train and the added speed of the bullet.
That's the whole mission.
There are equations on paper that were several pages long just to get what he said done.
All right, right? Physics only
This is
applies if you live in our world.
If you accept it,
but also even in this world where physics does matter, this is part of the calculations. He slows things down where he can see of the flap of a fly's wings.
No,
so
he
therefore
can't.
he knows the exact moment. Yeah, so he shot the wings off the fly.
to do those kind of calculations, he's probably to do that for a week.
Yeah, he's just a brilliant mathematician. That's all this
Wait,
is.
but wait, hold on. But his first target is sitting at the head of a table in front of a wide open window. Why don't you just get just a traditional sniper rifle? Bam, let's go home.
Yeah, bang. Where'd that come from? It could have come from any one of these buildings. We have to go check them all, and they're already gone.
Yeah.
But no, we have to do it on a train. Why? Well, we have to fill the movie somehow.
Who shot that? Is it them on the train as they're going past us?
With the ones with the guns in their hands?
You know what could have easily done that? A machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have
know
just
what?
put a drone up there and been like,
I've heard that there's something even more precise than
no
bullets.
curving necessary.
What is that?
If you want to be more precise than bullets, what you need is explosives.
I was going to say dynamite, right? They have right application of explosives,
Yes.
You can do anything.
That was a specialist?
Yeah.
Yeah, specialist.
Stallone
Oh, that was
movies.
also in Valkyrie.
Yeah. In the specialist, check out that in the archives.
Wait, hold on a second. A bullet is an explosion.
He's true. That's true. No,
explosion.
it's a contained explosion, but so is any properly done explosion.
Yeah. But if you make a teacup out of C4, you'll take out your target much easier than if you shot them from a
You
sniper
haven't
rifle.
seen that movie to get
He
that.
killed Notice's teacup at C4.
Apparently not. Apparently not.
Not in the world. Of the
Not in that
specialist.
world.
Not in the world of James Wood and Sylvester Stallone.
Okay, so then he takes out his first target. He's like, okay, can I kill the guy who
They
killed
keep
my
giving him
dad?
targets.
Yes,
One of
you're
the
not ready.
targets is the guy in the limo.
Oh, yeah,
That was
let's
great.
just cut to the chase.
That was fun.
Just tell him how does he kill him? He shoots the glass and he goes, oh, he has bulletproof in the car. So he shoots the guy's window.
like,
And he's like, oh, shoot, he has bulletproof glass. He looks ahead at Angelina Jolie coming straight ahead in a Corvette like, let's do the plan. I'm like, hold on.
What was that?
Yeah.
Man.
What was the point of shooting the glass in the first place?
Yeah, just let him know. Like, yeah, right? It's like, just do it.
yeah.
He could have he put it down cruise control, gotten on the car, jumped on the limo, shot the guy, and then jumped back on
Or
his
hop
car.
on the train that was riding on top of the car.
Or yeah.
Curve it down.
Curve it
Yeah, why
down.
couldn't he shoot out the window, curve it around both cars?
Right.
He's super guy.
You know what honestly would have been funnier is if he just took a fishing rod with a hand grenade, just dropped it in there.
Yeah. If he would have just stuck it out the would have made it way better.
Yeah.
He could curve hand grenades. That's actually believable.
That's believable.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
You can actually
believable.
spin it like a baseball,
Yeah.
and it's got the grooves on. Okay, see,
Yeah.
why couldn't he do
As
that?
you pull it.
Hand grenades.
Because Stallone wasn't in the movie.
So he
wasn't a
goes up,
specialist.
and they get a nice Corvette, another shiny toy, and it rams the Mustang. He flies off and does this spin. Sorry.
He flips parallel to the sunroof of the car, or the moonroof.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, oh, fuck. And then McAvoy, bam, 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 shoots him. And then he lands. And
The
they
car
drive
lands
off.
just fine. Drives
Yeah,
off just
because
fine.
it's a Mustang. Because they're not heavy. Whatever. I have a huge problem with.
Yeah, physics does
Okay.
not apply to this movie.
And so-
I thought that was a
So he does a few
first
jobs.
scene we knew this.
Yeah.
And they're out, and then his the assassin finds him to try to kill him when he was
Cross.
with whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Cross.
I keep thinking David Cross, the comedian, and I keep picturing him like,
excuse me,
yeah.
guys.
So he finds them.
I have an
Tobias?
issue with this whole.
yeah,
From
Tobias.
Arrested Development.
So they're chasing after him, and he turns around. He hears a noise because he goes into his mode. He turns around and he shoots someone, and surprise, it's the guy.
rat guy.
It's the guy who runs the healing pools.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
it's,
blew up a rat. Oh, he blew up a rat, by the way.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, with C4 made out of peanut butter. We'll get to that.
It was McFly. It was McFly's dad.
Oh, really?
No,
No, it wasn't.
no, but Marty McFly's dad plays in a movie where he's like the Pied Piper of rats. Is it
Willard?
Willard? Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's what this guy
Oh,
is. This
okay.
guy pretty much he's a rat guy.
Okay.
See the connections?
Yeah,
So he turns
Those are my
around,
shows.
Oh, you dirty rat!
and for some
You
reason,
kill my father.
the guy left the healing pools to go catch up to him, and he hears them, turns around, shoots him. So, by the way, he's there now, and
also
he ends
dead.
up dying.
Yeah.
But before he does pass out, the assassin decides to
curves
curve
his
his bullet, shoot around like this huge arc, and hits the guy in the arm,
McAvoy.
He hits McAvoy in the arm.
and he passes
He passes out.
Yeah.
Can you pass out from
He
a
passed
bullet
out
in the
from-
arm?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
you can
guy's
pass out from
gotten
shock.
beat up, stabbed.
5 minutes ago, he was agreeing the fact that he was a pussy on his ATM. Yes, he passed out when he got shot.
Yeah, okay, I thought he was over that. So he passed out. He wakes to the other guy dying, and he's like, "It's my fault. I need to find this guy." But he's able to finally trace this assassin with the bullet.
Cross finally has a bullet that's traceable, and it traces to Terrence Stamp, who's like another fraternity member. I guess he was in the castle where the first
The main
fraternity
one, yeah.
Yes.
guys are.
Very Assassin's Creed.
And it's Terrence Stamp, who was the original General Zod. You already passed him, Adam.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Terrence Stamp.
He was the original General Zod from Superman 2. Kneel before Zod. He's been in like everything.
He's in all the things.
Kneel before
Oh, yeah.
Zod.
Wanted was first build on IMDb. Look at that.
His 5-minute role.
No, he's not. He's not first build.
No, it was
No,
the
that's
first,
his first
it was
build.
the first on IMDb on his.
That's
page.
his first
The
build.
first movie that popped up was Wanted.
Oh.
Look at that.
Wow.
And then episode 1, Yes Man, Get Smart.
I'd sue them. I'd be like, take that off.
Oh, yeah.
Say, take that off your website. So he's like,
Jor-El in
okay,
Smallville?
and they
And in Superman
they
too.
interrogate him, and they're like, he tries to run away, and they flank him, and they're like, okay,
Well,
I'll-
before Wesley takes off, the Fate has Wesley's
Yeah, the
name.
loom.
oh, I missed that
So
part.
Morgan Freeman hands Angelina Jolie the ticket for the kill. He goes, "Go get him."
Yep.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
that's
missed
why
that
she
part.
turns on him.
I must have
in a
looked
little
away
bit.
for a split
Yeah.
second.
Yeah,
Okay.
it literally took a split second because
Yeah.
it shows his name for like because I missed it too. Because I was watching with my girlfriend and she was like, "What was that? Did it say Wesley or like or?"
Wobbly.
Yeah, she didn't know what the name was, so she had me rewinding. I'm like, I didn't even see what you said.
Wesley. Is that
Yeah.
it? Wesley.
Right, exactly.
He should have done that. Here's your next target. Was that Wesley?
You
Go
got
get
it?
it. Go get it.
Go.
Whoever you think, go.
Yeah.
Find someone named Wesley.
Use your instincts. Your instincts of fate.
Yeah.
Do your Morgan Freeman voice,
Morgan
Maestro.
Freeman.
Here's your next target.
Here's your next target.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Amazing. Say Ziwatanejo.
No, it's Juan Martinteo or something,
No,
right?
Ziwatanejo.
Ziwatanejo.
100%.
Ziwatanejo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back to where you were saying, Jester. So he goes to the castle in Europe. I'm guessing where they are
Sure.
to interrogate Terrence Stamp. Terrence Stamp. He goes, all right, I'll set up a meeting with you and Cross. But Angelina Jolie shows up, and then they go to the train station, and I'm gonna meet him on the train. Just chill back. And
Yeah.
then Terrence Stamp takes off running.
Yeah.
They got to chase after him. They think he goes on the train, so they both go on the train.
No. He Wesley goes on the train. Angelina follows Terrence Stamp.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So they're separated now. So now it's Wesley and Cross on the train. And so Wesley's going through the train like, holding his gun out. Everybody calm down, relax. And then Cross gets a jump on him. And now there's a whole thing.
There's
Scuffle.
There's a curved bullet. Oh, by the way, we should mention when these two go head to head.
Oh, that's right.
They
They're
both
shooting
curve their bullets,
and they're shooting
and
their
they
bullets
bump
out of
into each other.
midair.
That's pretty amazing.
Like they'd seen some other movie where that happened before.
I feel like I've seen that
Called
somewhere
The
before.
Phantom.
Oh yeah,
The Phantom.
Didn't you hate that movie, Adam?
The Shadow.
that was
the
The
Shadow.
Shadow.
The
Oh.
Shadow. The Phantom's the one with the guy with
Billy
the skull,
Zane.
right? Yeah.
Billy Zane.
With a
And he's
purple
in a
hat.
purple
The
suit.
Three Skulls, kind of mildly racist.
Yeah.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he watched
Mildly.
The Shadow.
The Shadow.
And,
On the Spoilers Archives, you want to check out The Shadow.
Uh-huh.
so,
Didn't you hate that movie, Adam?
throw and laugh. So that's right. By this point in time, they've grown accustomed to shooting each other's bullets out of the sky because they can see them and because they're fast, apparently.
Yeah, well, they can slow down time.
So they're now shooting curvy bullets with curvy bullets,
yep.
doubling the curve.
It's curve on curve crime.
Curve on curve crime. It's not. I was like, okay, this
Talk about curving your enthusiasm.
CGI was kind of cool. I was like, okay, but it got old. I'm like, is this like the one trick you got? This is like the big thing.
Right.
So-
Meanwhile, the conductor panics, hits the brakes while they're over a bridge.
Surprise! The brakes are broken.
Oh no!
Oh, and by this point, also Angelina has been Fox has been following in a car and somehow does her. Where do they teach them to drive? They didn't go over that, did they?
Yeah.
She
There
rams.
was no instructor for driving.
No, there wasn't. There should have been.
No.
That would have made a little more sense.
Yeah. Well, she's the only one that knows how to drive, apparently. You know why she got her training from?
Her.
Gone in 60
Dallas
seconds.
Rains.
I was good. Yeah,
Dallas
something
Rains,
I was
Gone in
thinking
60
seconds. So she ends up like going at a train crossing and flying up and rams her weird car into the side of the train where they're at, and now she's on the train.
Mhm.
Surprise!
Then they go into a tunnel. The whole thing. This is where things get messed up because the car through the side of the train going into a tunnel that isn't meant to hold a car coming out of a train. Starts derailing the entire train.
Yes.
So now the train's falling off of the bridge, and now we have Wesley and Cross that are towards the bottom. Jolie's up top, or we don't know where she is. She's passed out.
And Wesley falls out of the train, but then Cross holds his hand out and helps him up. But then Wesley
not before.
shoots him.
Yeah.
Bam!
Yeah, he pulled like a little snake. He pulls the gun out from behind him when he's getting pulled up and shoots him point blank.
That was a Jamie Lannister move. When Jamie Lannister confronted Ned in season 1, he was fighting Ned's like men, and then out of nowhere, he got him in the eye.
Yeah. This was what Hans Gruber should have done at the top of the Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah.
That he's about to fall. He's starting to pull his gun out, and then he panics and just like, oh, I forgot how to use a gun. No, keep moving up and aim and shoot.
But then your boy dies.
Yeah. Well, he would have still dodged it somehow.
Yeah, because
Bruce Willis
stupid,
does. Yeah.
dummy.
Ugh. It's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
So Dad gets shot, and then he's like,
And then the train
Wesley!
falls.
Oh, that's right. He has no wait. Before that, he has lines now. He goes, Wesley, and then he goes, Wesley.
Yeah.
I'm your father.
Well, that's after the train crashed.
The train crashes.
Yeah, it falls into
it
the
says,
chasm.
No, I am your father. He doesn't say Wesley.
You
I'm your
killed my father.
It's a common misquote.
No. Yeah, thank you. I wasn't even talking about Star Wars. Yeah, I am your father.
So the train falls into that chasm, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
where you find out that he's like, everything they
in
say is a lie.
the chasm.
Yeah.
They'll say a lie, and he's like, "Okay, I'm done. That was it. I'm your father." And he's over, and I was like, "That's okay." And Angelina Fox is there, and he sees her in the flex, and he's like, "Is it true?" And she's like, "Yes." And then
He's like, why? He goes, because
his name
wouldn't
came up.
kill. His name came up, and he wouldn't kill his own son.
Oh, right. Yes. Because
why
your
we
name
said-
came up. Wesley came up,
Uh-huh.
and he wouldn't kill him. And
one person
no,
he wouldn't kill.
No.
Yeah. That's right.
No, because his name came up, and he wouldn't kill him.
No, his dad went against the order because he found out, which in a moment we'll find out
Yeah,
why.
we'll find out
Yeah.
pretty much now.
But then she says, "As did your name come up?"
Yeah.
And then pulls out the gun, and then he shoots the glass.
Shoots the glass.
He shoots
under-
the glass.
Shoot the glass.
Shoot the glass.
Short the glass.
There it is.
And
Does it really sound like him?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
that does. That's very
written,
good.
man.
And they fall
That's not fun
down.
to play next
Oh.
They fall roughly half a mile into ice freezing waters. Which, by the way, if you're falling at that height,
Turns into
The water
pavement.
turns into
yeah,
concrete.
what's it called?
Well, it still has-
surface tension.
Surface tension,
Yep.
but the surface tension has to be like not moving though.
Oh, it has to be
no,
plastic.
No.
Yeah.
Mythbusters disproved this.
Oh, yeah?
They disproved
You watch
this.
TV too,
I
huh?
watched Mythbusters.
There is surface tension. Okay,
Yes,
it
no,
would
there
have
is.
really hurt.
But you cannot break it enough to survive the fall unless you have like a tank, maybe.
Or a parachute.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're floating on a raft. Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Every time I see them, I'm like, what? They just went through 3 biomes in 5 seconds. Himalayas,
Yeah.
mountains.
Anyway,
rivers.
they survived the fall. Terrence Stamp takes
He wakes up.
Wesley back. Yeah, we find out Wesley Snipes took him back to his father's apartment, which is across the street from his
old
dorm.
apartment.
Oh, we skipped a great part of the movie.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the entire movie.
Oh, when he breaks up with his girlfriend?
Yes! We skipped that
Oh,
part
yeah.
of the movie.
So that's before, after the training or during the training.
yeah.
And right when they get in when they first, when the guy gets shot.
He needs to go back and get his father's gun, which he hid in the toilet in one of the
'Cause he freaked
earlier
out.
scenes.
Yeah.
He freaked out, yeah. So he has to go back to get the gun. He walks in. The girl's his girlfriend's there yelling. We got Chris Pratt there. He's like, "Oh, hey, what's up, bro?" Or whatever. He goes and gets the gun, and the girl's still yelling. Angelina Jolie hears that she's being a bitch, and he's like, "All right, I know how to fix this."
Yeah.
She walks in, and they start making out, and the girl instantly is like, "Oh, want to get back
Yeah.
together?"
Did you realize
Basically.
she was filling her with the same sense that he had at the beginning of the movie? That sense of like, worthlessness, I
Yes.
have no power. And I was
Yep.
like, all right.
That was brilliant.
Right. That's why some of those moments in the movie, I was like, okay, like I get that. In her, I think the girlfriend's acting was like on point.
Oh yeah,
I
that
was like,
great. Yes,
all right.
absolutely,
That's
very
pretty good.
realistic.
And then they go outside and they see, his actual dad that we know now, and not at this point in the movie, but now in the podcast.
Yeah,
We're like, it's his dad, and it's like, oh, and then they chase down, and then he shoots his friend, and now we're up where he wakes up.
yeah.
And we find out
his
the
dad's house.
fraternity,
He's in Cross's apartment.
which is across the street.
Cross is like,
Yeah,
not Cross, the guy who was helping Cross, who originally worked in the monastery.
Terrence Stamp.
yeah.
Terrence Stamp.
Pekowarski. This is his
Sure.
name.
He was like, your dad wanted you to have a normal life. He
It's
did not
true.
want you. He would just go and you run. And then he's like, well, what do you
Hey,
expect me to do?
He wants to make the
He gets fake. And
No pago.
no bag. Back to work, man. So before he leaves, he sees like a crack of light in his dad's closet or something.
Right.
And he finds all these guns, which
The armory. Oh my
yeah,
god.
guess what's in there?
Bombs.
2 muskets. Did you realize it? Muskets with clips. It had musket clips.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't
yes.
know how that works. It's not even
Doesn't
feasible.
matter.
Do you
At this
I have a
point,
question.
nothing matters,
It's like
bro.
a pellet gun, dude.
Is it
matters at this
possible to have a musket with the full round barrel rifled in there or no?
That's called a gun.
Exactly. But it looks like a musket.
Well, I guess
That should be. That would be cool. Oh, you probably, but you have to be lever action.
That's true.
Yeah, you'd have to actually put the paces. Take 10 paces.
Don't
and
forget to put your hand behind the back.
You
too,
do.
I guess.
You have to.
It's supposed to
Right.
hold because of the kick, right?
No, I don't know. I thought that was like a gentleman thing.
yeah.
Oh, I
no.
see.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the same reason why the redcoats all fought in the same line. It's just, we're being gentlemen. That's all it is.
It's because you couldn't hit anything unless you did.
No, instead of all right.
Well, there's a reason why the redcoats did it and the Americans didn't.
That's why they called
Or
present
the colonists.
arms.
They weren't Americans yet. They were the colonists.
because they weren't trained in the civil.
Yeah, they weren't trained. Well, they were like, we're gentlemen. They didn't want to stoop down to their level. So
Yeah.
the colonists were like, well, we're not. We need to do what we can to win this.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
they were like, we're just guerrilla warfare,
Yeah, the purpose.
Amazing.
Yeah, of
which
course.
they actually learned from the Indians who took place in the French and Indian War. And the French resorted those tactics eventually over time. Yeah.
All right.
The purpose behind the people by the redcoats actually facing forward and presenting their arms. They never said aim because they never could. They had a percent and then fire. It was the gentleman way to do it in their heads, but that's the only way they could actually hit anything.
So it's the origins of spray and pray.
Yeah,
It literally was. Spring.
Okay. So, but think about this physically world in the physical world.
Our world?
Yes, easier to
wait,
curve
your
a-
world or our world?
easier to curve a bullet that is the traditional bullet or a bullet that is round and spherical.
Wait, I talk about.
Traditional bullet.
Whoa!
Wait.
Say it again.
The
But slower.
If you were trying,
Will a musket ball curve easier or a more conventional round fired out of a weapon?
I feel like with the centrifugal force of the rifling, it would already have it going one direction already.
Yes, but the downside is with a musket, it will actually whirve off on its own because
true.
it doesn't have riflings.
But it would that would happen. But then because of that, it would not. It would be already trajectoried to have its trajectory as soon as it left
Plus,
the rifle.
Doesn't the musket have a longer barrel, like what you were saying?
Yeah, because you can hit anything with it. And so that's why musket balls would fly off in another direction or they hit the ground.
so the muskets would curve easier than a traditional handgun.
The
No.
muskets didn't do it. It was air, wind resistance, and negative pressure behind the actual
If
round.
you had to pick one or the other,
That's
9mm or a musket,
It depends.
Which one's going to curve
Okay,
easier?
this is
Was
what
it a
I'm
musket
saying.
or was it a
No,
blunderbuss?
This is a musket. This is what I'm saying. The musket, without any, if you put them on a stationary thing and fought, the musket would curve on its own.
Perfect.
Yeah, but that means though, here's the thing:
Moving
can
on.
a person curve it? Can a person forcefully and intentionally curve this bullet where he wants it to go, I would say the
You know what? You're right. I accept your defeat. Let's move on.
Is that what I'm supposed to do? I accept your defeat.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Spending too much time on this.
To get it where to go, there's more
Yeah,
consistency.
obviously, this is never going to happen in real life.
It's never going to happen in real life.
But if we were in this world, musket's probably easier to curve.
Oh, actually, no,
if
because
I
they're all
was-
dead.
Yeah, we're all dead. If I was going to make an argument, I would probably say musket.
Thank you. That's all I was getting at.
You know, it's because muskets, if you're swinging fast enough and the barrel's long enough, like I made an example earlier,
Yep.
like if it was a mile long,
Absolutely.
you might be able to actually
All right.
add pressure to it.
So there is
or it
some
might stop
science
spinning.
to the fact that there are muskets involved.
Actually,
No,
there's
in
less
this crazy
science.
world.
No.
Actually, there's less science.
Yeah, exactly. There's way less. There is
right.
no science in this.
The less science you
3
have, the
cars
less.
have flown. 3.
Yeah, and people haven't fallen off a train. It's weird. So basically, actually,
Yeah, they
really,
never
it's
fall off
weird.
a train.
Both twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, the main thing about it is the less science is involved, the more likely is it to happen because real guns in
Right.
Things.
But no, I guess the point, and I don't want to belabor the point too much, but
you are.
I know. But in this world, it makes in modicon of sense why muskets would be used over 9mm.
Not how they're used.
But why
Because
they would be used.
you can't predict where they'll go.
Yeah, no, but if look at the world we're in,
Okay.
apply that filter.
And with the filter, no, because you can't predict where they'll go. That's the thing about musket balls. You can't predict where they're going to go.
Okay.
There are too many variables in there. That's why I was like, if I had to say, it might be easier because they're not spinning, and the spin makes sure that they go straighter, like a football being thrown in a football field. So it makes sure the trajectory stays in place. That's the one thing that I think gives the musket ball over the round fire from a conventional firearm.
Okay.
Cool. So
we're never going to agree on this. It's fine.
No, so-
we've already decided that I've already bought in this world and you guys haven't.
yeah, this is your world now.
so I'm
you
making-
can,
I'm
you can
making
stay
a
there. I'll critique it from the outside.
Argument that doesn't make sense.
So he decides, instead of running away at this point in his dad's house, he's like, I'm going to fill my dad's shoes.
And his jacket.
And he gets his jacket, and he's like, I'm
gun.
going to fight back and take down the order of weavers in the loom. And so he decides to pick up that the guy he shot. He uses
rat.
his peanut butter
Oh,
trick.
they're gloom and loomers.
Loomy.
What was it? Loom and gloomers.
Doom and gloomers.
Yeah.
Doom and
That's what I'm
gloomers.
trying to do. I'm trying to make that
I
work.
can't even say it. Doom and gloomers.
Doom and loomers.
Doom and gloomers.
Yeah.
I like doom and gloomers.
Yeah,
I like
there it
doom
is.
and gloomers. So
bad.
So he goes. He takes a dumb. Okay, this was stupid. Too.
dumb
This
truck.
is part of your dumb science for the film for the universe.
Yeah.
The science that we're supposed to believe. Obviously, rats like the taste of gasoline in this universe as well. You
Mixed
see them
with
mixing
peanut butter.
with gasoline to make them explosive.
Yeah.
They don't explode. The worst thing they would do is they would probably die.
Yeah.
Or even if they did ingest gasoline, they would just
Yeah.
burn slowly.
Yeah.
This was quite ridiculous.
Because they don't have gunpowder in
No, they don't. They don't have C4. If they would have strapped
That's right.
little like C4 bombs to the watches that he did. He let all these like hundreds of rats go. He got from a
So that means
junkyard.
he spent all night putting these watches on these rats, right?
Yep.
That's
He,
what we're led
if
to
you
believe?
look, he didn't do it to all of them. He did it to
Oh,
most of them,
okay.
and then it was supposed to be a chain reaction. One blew up, and
Oh,
okay.
and the others
So for the
didn't.
listeners,
That makes sense.
He
goes to a ju-
he started a buddy system with the rats.
yeah,
If you have a watch, stick with somebody who doesn't have a watch. You guys stick together, at least within 5 feet of each other.
yeah. Keep in sight, hold hands.
Right.
Yeah. And okay, so he gets these rats from a
Bomb buddy? Where's your bomb buddy?
a junk of bomb buddies. Thank you. I was thinking car buddies or something. So they get he gets all these rats from a not a graveyard, but a junkyard, and he puts them in a dump truck. We don't know where he got it, and he backs us up into
Well, yeah,
the
dumps like a truck.
dump like a truck.
Truck?
Truck.
That's like what?
What?
Rut.
All night long.
Let me see that.
Rats.
Think of the
Ba-da-ba-da.
So he backs it up to the Doom and Gloomers, and the main guy, the gunsmith guy, sees him far away. He sees him drive by. He doesn't say a word to anybody. By the way, the guy we were supposed to kill, he's outside with a dump truck.
Truck?
So we don't know why. It's truck.
What?
Rats like what?
What?
Okay, we're done. No more.
That's enough.
Banned for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Okay. And he backs up into the
like the courtyard of
he
the.
backs up
Through the drawbridge.
through the
basically.
drawbridge, right? Yeah. And opens. They all start shooting at him. The professional assassins. I had a problem with that part. He backs up, and the only thing protecting him is a couple like thin pieces of sheet metal.
Yeah.
And open windows. And he's like, kill him! And he
not
has
a
like
security van.
10 guns shooting at him nonstop. Everyone misses.
And he's reaching for the button to open the where the cargo where the rats are.
Yeah.
And he pulls his gun out, and I was like, oh, is he gonna shoot?
That's what I thought.
I thought
he was
too. I
gonna
was like,
shoot the
please
fucking
don't do
button.
that.
But
And you know what's-
he used the gun to
The
just
nozzle
press
to
it.
push it. And you know what? That I thought for a moment, I was like, this is the moment of redemption for me. Because I was like, he's going to shoot it. It's going to be campy. And I'm going to expect it. And instead of, he pulls it up like he's going to and just reaches out and goes, beep. It's like building him. He's like, he's going to shoot it just like oh, no, he just pushed the button.
Here's the thing you guys are forgetting.
Science.
The guards, all the henchmen that are outside of the what do they call it? The facility.
They were shooting sparks.
Fraternity?
the
My
fraternity.
world.
These are loom troopers.
Troopers.
So they have to consult with the
They
loom
haven't
before
been
they
taught
kill
how to
somebody.
curve the bullet yet.
They
Yeah.
can't
They're
hit
still in
targets.
training. Yeah, they're still in training.
As you know, any loom or stormtrooper does not know how to hit any target.
And I'm betting their kids in the same universe grew up to work for the Empire, and they would all be stormtroopers in the future.
Right,
Because
exactly.
they missed every single shot.
So
That's how they got their outfits.
Exactly. From loomers.
From the loomers.
yeah.
They were only making white cloth. So the rats go in there and they all explode, right? They damage the infrastructure, and then he goes like on this slow motion.
So he goes
Killing
through,
spree.
and the Brit, what's his name, the gunsmith.
Yeah.
He shoots him in the.
Oh, by the
fucking
way.
eye. Yeah.
He was in Doctor Who.
Repairman.
The repairman. He was in Doctor Who. He was in the episode in which this is early on. This is David Tennant and Billy Piper, where there's a guy that's trying to study Doctor Who and he's absorbing people in their bodies.
Yeah.
He was the main guy in that episode.
Mm-hmm.
The repairman.
So,
Sorry.
oh, by the way, the repairman is shooting a 6-shooter at the rats, trying to kill them,
Yeah,
and
yes, he is.
reloading his bullets. And okay, by this point, I'm like, dude, what is? I get it, maybe with your fists, but he could have been kicking or punching them.
You should have punched the rats.
And so then the hero, I think this is where you pick up. You said he was coming in.
He shoots him like through the eye, but then the
Oh,
gun,
yes!
he keeps it in his head, and he's using his like head.
I laughed.
To like da.
first of all,
that's like a Punisher Warzone
That is
move.
that is. I was like,
This achieves two purposes. One, you have the body in
Human
front of you as a
shield.
body armor.
Yep.
And also, you can still be shooting.
Yeah, he also weighs 200 pounds.
Yep.
Yeah. But he's also slowing down his heart so he's stronger somehow.
Oh, adrenaline.
That's-
That's right.
I don't know.
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline
Yeah.
doesn't that speed up everything though?
It's supposed to. Man, I don't know.
No, that's his whole.
I don't know.
His whole power, dude.
Adrenal glands.
Slows
Yeah,
down
it's
things.
not even a superpower, man.
And then he-
I've got it. You've got it. It's not that super. It just makes you kind of cool for a little bit.
Are you
then it hurt-
telling
Here's
me
the
I
thing.
can curve bullets?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
No, I'm telling you, you can't. I've been saying you can't this entire time.
Hand me that gun over there.
So,
I gotta try some things.
That's
so
a Nerf gun,
he
dude.
shoots more than 6 shots through the guy's head, even though he only has 6 bullets. So that was cool. And then he starts going haywire, and he's like in his mode, right? He starts like,
He's shooting other guys, but
and,
It's-
they're, and
it's
they're
impressive.
flailing. And by the way, I was thinking of the math in my brain, and at the rate he was shooting everybody, and at the rate they were going and flying, I was like, okay, they're moving way faster. If they would have gone in like real actual time, they would have been moving like falling down like really quick, because it was like boom, 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 and they were like flying along like this. So he's killing them, and they're dropping their guns in the air like movie people do.
Yep.
You know, and he's picking them up out of the air, and even one of them was cool actually. He
Upside
kind
down?
of grabbed it upside down, and used his pinky
Yeah.
to shoot everyone. I was like, okay, I get that.
This was an amazing thing to me.
Well, keep good. Tell me the rest.
You can't do the details, but it's just gun falls, gun picks up. This is very much like the lobby scene in The Matrix.
Yeah,
Very much like that, where he's just going from corpse to corpse, getting gun from gun, making more corpses, getting more guns.
Which I had a lot of gripes from, but the only reason why I bought into it was because the world was not real.
So you're on my side now.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
looks
I don't
like
believe that
you
this
are.
world is real.
and Wesley
Neither do I. But that's the world we're in. A non-real world.
I choose not to be in this world.
Wesley winds up in the meat locker,
Yep.
and he has to fight the guy with the knife. So this guy brought a knife to a gunfight,
yeah, but he did that super sneaky.
so
like,
he can block bullets with knives.
Okay,
Yep.
not
Why
just-
isn't he out there?
Okay. For first
Number
of all,
one assassin.
he was supposed to. You know, he's really sneaky because he hid behind things.
Yeah.
and he was taunting him and slicing him
Yeah.
up, and like, you know,
pussy.
so he'd run by and like slash him and run off like almost a horror movie. And then he
Smelly pussy, red pussy. Did you ever see From Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah.
Cheech
no.
Merritt. He's outside of the
Oh, yeah,
strip
yeah.
club.
I saw parts of it, but not that.
Snapping pussy.
And he finally sees him, right? And then he's shooting at him. And this is where he's like blocking bullets.
Ping, ping,
cutting
ping,
them in
ping.
half.
Yeah.
Cutting them in half.
Yeah.
They did it before Deadpool. Cutting them in half.
Yeah.
You saw what happened on Mythbusters with that, right?
No.
Break the sword.
Yeah, it chipped it too.
Yeah.
But it's basically metal on metal. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they just deflects it. Bing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to have real soft metal. But anyway, so he's blocking
But
everything.
you can cut a BB gun.
And so they get into... Yeah?
Yeah. I see.
Copper.
No. You know those BBs that made out of plastic?
Yeah.
There's-
I've seen that.
Yeah, the guy's like,
cuts
Okay.
with the samurai sword.
Yeah.
Soft thing?
yeah.
Yeah, the guy, he actually gets shot right next to him, and he uses a samurai sword, unsheathes it, and cuts it in half.
While it was being shot
In
at.
midair.
Is
Yeah.
this the same
Being
guy
shot.
that cuts those water bottles?
This is
No,
this is
different
real.
guy.
No, different guy.
This guy cuts everything while it's being thrown at him.
Okay, so
Okay.
here's my gripe with
He's a fruit ninja.
the butcher. Very good. They're fighting, and he knocks down. Was it Wesley?
Yeah.
Okay, Wesley falls down, and he goes to stab Wesley, but Wesley blocks the knife with the barrel of his gun. He sticks the tip of the knife, the big, large knife, like Michael Myers' freaking knife.
It's a butcher knife.
It's like a freaking machete, man. Yeah, yeah. It's big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gets it stuck in there, and he pulls it out, and
The handle breaks.
Okay, this is where I have my gripe from. If he was a real butcher, he wouldn't be using that knife because that was a really bad knife.
Yeah.
It's not didn't have a full tang. It's where the blade goes all the way through the handle in one solid piece, and it was like this thin rod. Like
It's called a rat tail tang.
Okay, yes. I don't know, but thank you for telling me that.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna pretend like I did.
Oh.
And
No, Maestro's correct with this. Yes. I know
yes,
that as well.
Yes, thank you. In this universe, so he ends up taking it out and shooting it out of the gun, and it pierces him, and he kicks it again, and he dies. I had okay. First of all, I don't know what would happen inside of the gun if the knife was stuck in there in the first place. That's a lot of exploding metal that's flying out. And second of all, what makes you think it's going to fly directly back like a shooting arrow? Yeah. And it goes, "Ba-dum," and I was like, all right, maybe that was luck, but it didn't flip or anything. And the third thing is I can't take this butcher seriously if he's using that kind of hardware. He's like, these knives are so good.
Pussy.
99-cent store knives.
Yes. You cannot reload these knives. Because
Yeah.
they only cost $1.
Yeah. I just throw them away.
Pussy.
You just like saying
okay.
that, don't you?
I have no retort for that because that was my biggest complaint in the entire movie was this one scene.
That one guy?
Yeah.
Well, my
You
biggest
cannot
complaint,
fire a knife out of a gun and then kick it without having the knife go through your foot as you kick it.
True.
I was like, what the heck?
That was the pointy part. That
He
was
kicked
gonna
the
be
pointy
sticking out.
part.
Yeah.
But you can't have a gun that's also a knife.
Gun knife?
Gun sword.
Gun sword. Okay. I thought you were talking real life.
You're
Final
doing Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were going there. I was
All
too
right.
late.
So my biggest gripe is the next scene.
Oh.
He goes.
Okay, he approaches Sloane.
This is the scene. Me and Maestro. I'm sorry. Me and Jester
Okay.
spent forever discussing this movie. This is the one scene we were both had big problems with.
Okay.
He goes in the library, and it's Sloane with all the assassins and Fox, and they're standing in one big circle, and Sloane's like, all your names came up. So if you want to live by the code, put a bullet to your head.
Yeah.
Or you could stay with me, and we could control the world.
Yeah.
Make your decision.
But the way he says it though, he's,
What does he
yeah,
say? He
the
goes,
line.
or
This is the line.
what was the line?
Yeah.
You got to say the line.
Or you could. Oh, I'm sorry.
If you want to follow the letter of the loom, then
Put a
put
bullet
the
to
bullet
your
in your
mouth.
own head,
Uh-huh.
and put the bullet in, or gun
In your
in your
mouth.
mouth, and pull the trigger. Otherwise,
Or you got to say it.
I gotta say it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Kill that motherfucker.
No, shoot.
Shoot that.
shoot this motherfucker.
Shoot
I was
that
like, yes,
motherfucker.
Morgan Freeman getting ghetto.
So is it like this? It's like shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah. Yes.
it was great.
And
And they were
Sloane
like,
leaves, and then Angelina Jolie, she makes the decision. She curves the bullet, and the bullet goes head to head to head to head. Before it goes to her, she throws Wesley her gun, and then boom, it hits her in the head, and she falls. This is the scene me and this guy are
Yep.
bitching about because
it's too far.
as it goes from head to head, it slows down. There's no
And-
fucking way
I even think
in this magical world. Okay, granted, you can curve the bullet. That's fine.
Yeah, but it says goodbye on it.
But the bullet will slow down as it goes from head to head to head.
Not only that, I was thinking about that the second time now, and that I'm a little more smarter. I was
A little more.
like, okay,
Perfect way to
A,
say that.
I know, right? So she curves the bullet into a perfect circle.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, no,
That's some crazy.
that's some
curvature.
crazy curvature.
Holy.
She loves pie. That was pretty good. And
amazing. No.
so, yeah, okay.
That was a good one.
And the main other thing was, I was like, each time it hits someone in the head, that's going through
Pi
calcium,
squared.
that's going through bone, brain matter, and it's also
And then it's
exiting in a
going
different
twice
trajectory.
into-
Twice through
Twice,
head.
yeah.
Twice
It has
per
to go
head.
through skulls.
Yeah, exactly.
twice.
So it's like boom, 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 boom. So it goes through like 4 people. It comes all the way back to her in a perfect circle. Okay, after the first one, I was like,
No.
even taking into your account the curve.
I could
in-
account for maybe
for the love of pi,
3 at the most.
maybe
2.5 by Deadpool standards.
Yeah, Deadpool standards maybe like
Two,
you might
actually,
go pull
2.25.
Deadpool would ricochet the rounds off of anything
No,
around
that was
him.
in the
and
movie.
actually
He
get him.
went through it was like 2 heads, and then the
Yeah,
third
and then I
head,
go-
it hit like
Yeah,
fell
Got
off.
stuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a 50
Yeah.
caliber, and he did it in a straight shot. And the bullet was spinning, but it was spinning like this and going forward.
What if it's the same kind of bullet from the first part of the movie?
Like a musket?
It's got a second propulsion.
Oh, I mean, a second stage?
Second stage
Second-
propulsion.
It's got a second stage ballistic round.
Maybe all of the guys
That's
happen
made
to have
of
bullets
aluminum.
already lodged in their heads that just got activated.
They activate their self-destruct bullets inside
boom,
their head.
Boom, boom.
Okay, so it goes through 4 or 5 heads. It comes back, and Angelina Jolie kills herself because apparently I think she feels guilty because she's like, "This isn't the order I want to live by."
You know, no, she believes in the order too much.
Yeah, and
So by the
that's her
order-
code.
Yeah, if the code says I need to die too, then
Oh, I thought of
Well,
it
I
a
stand in
different
the
way.
way.
I thought she decided to kill everybody herself to save him, but also because the code was dead. The order was dead to her. So she's like, this is everything I've lived by, and it's dead, so I'm going to die with it. So there's no reason for me to do any of this anymore. I'm just going to save
makes sense,
him,
too.
and I'll save, I'll end myself. Because
So
she
the
feels
fruits
like
of the
ashamed.
loom killed themselves.
Yes. The fruits of the loom. I like that.
see, I took it as we're all meant to die because what Wesley's saying is true. Now, what Wesley's saying, as far as his name came up, so that doesn't mean that these deaths are unwarranted, but it could mean that his death was not warranted. If it's true that Snowden has been lying this whole time, then this Wesley's name coming up is also a lie.
Yeah, exactly.
But our names are not.
It could have been them too. He could have just written those up and been like, "Look, so you were supposed to die in case this scenario happened."
Right.
So she's like, "I don't know. We don't know." But Morgan Freeman leaves, and he goes to his bank account. He has no money.
Like a perfect perfect villain. He never actually finishes the job as himself.
Right. I'm just going to shoot this motherfucker, and I'm going to go to my room and pretend it all went to play.
yeah. Just
And then
forget
I'll put
about
sharks
it.
and freaking lasers
Gonna
on
have
the
a
head.
Xanax and a glass of champagne and forget this whole thing.
He's a weed dude.
Yeah.
Morgan
Okay.
Freeman's a huge weed dude.
I had no idea.
Oh,
Honestly, I had no idea.
it's biggest.
Yeah, so
That's
Wesley is poor again, and he's back at his desk job, and then
We have the narration.
he has the narration.
The narration was what led to believe, making us think that he gave up.
Yeah, he's back
Yeah.
to his
He's
job.
back at his
This is not me taking control of my life. This is not me doing what I need to do. In fact, this is not me at all.
job. Yeah, because
Morgan
Freeman has a
walks
gun.
up with a Luger. What the heck? And now he's got a black coat on, and I was like, he looks like a lot like a Nazi.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Really? I thought we're going for spy versus spy.
Okay. Yeah, but he wouldn't even be using. He's an American. He wouldn't be using a Luger.
That's
Why would you use a Luger? It's such a low caliber.
The fraternity was started overseas.
Less noise?
It looked like it maybe.
So therefore,
I don't think they care about noise. man.
Office.
An office. Okay. So he's
So
like,
the guy turns around
oh,
and he goes, "I'm just the decoy." And then Morgan Freeman looks down and he sees he's standing on an X,
made
Made
of
of Post-it
Post-its.
notes.
made of post-its.
Posted it to the
and
man.
he goes, "Oh fuck" or "Oh shit," one of the
Yeah.
two, and then the bullet comes out through his forehead.
the reentry bullet
and then it's
with
like
the
that
3-stage
first scene.
rifling bullet. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
all the way back to the apartment.
It rewinds and it's him in his same position that his
Yeah.
dad was. And
And
then
Which, by the way,
the narration goes back.
he's shooting in the same position in the same window that his dad was shooting out of. They took the guy out in the beginning of the movie. It was a different building.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
So
Yeah.
technically, he could shoot anybody from anywhere in the city.
Yeah.
It was magic.
Well, if you can curve bullets, it
Hey,
doesn't matter
no.
where.
This
what
reminds me of
direction
that
you're in.
Star Trek episode, which is way more believable.
Okay.
Where they shot a ballistic firearm and then a mini teleporter in the bullet teleported the bullet out of where it was in that moment of time into another moment in space and time, so it continued its trajectory and shot somebody. Without shooting through walls, they moved the bullet in its flight path.
that's how Kennedy died.
Huh? This was in Deep Space Nine.
Oh, okay. I never got that far.
Oh, and they were like, how did he die? And I was like, that was amazing. And they actually kind of tied it with what they had available in somewhat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's more believable than this.
okay.
An ice
You know
bullet's
why?
more
Because it's in the
believable than
future.
this.
and it's more hopeful.
Or is it a long, long time ago? Different
well,
movie?
it is
Different culture.
No, it's in the same
Different
galaxy.
culture?
It's in the Alpha Quadrant.
Yeah, well,
I can tell you about Star Trek
Star
culture.
Wars is in the past. Star Trek's in the future.
That's right. Okay.
And that's the movie.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
at the end, by the way, you thought you'd get some closure? No. You don't know what happens to him.
This put a bow on my entire theory of this entire movie.
Okay.
Because during that whole narration thing, which is key, like this is not me taking control of my life. This is not me at all. I'm a decoy. Boom, he gets killed. And then it goes back to the narration like this is me taking control of my destiny. This is me doing all these things. I've done all these things in 2 days. And then McAvoy looks at the camera. What have you done lately?
What the fuck have you done lately?
Right. This movie was not a real movie. He's talking to the camera. He broke the fourth
Yeah,
wall.
broke the fourth wall.
Yes, it's over.
And then that's the end of the movie.
That supports my entire case that this movie was not meant to be a real legitimate movie.
I didn't say it was a real legitimate movie. It just
Oh,
doesn't
by
make
the way,
sense.
Jester, to put this in context, he thinks
Oh,
all
I've got the context.
he thinks all horror movies are not real movies.
They're not trying to be.
He thinks they're not real movies.
They know they're being stupid.
They know they're being horror movies.
They know they're being horrible.
I think there can be realistic horror movies.
Yes, there can be.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go down that
All
path,
right, sorry.
here is the plot of the comic book series.
Oh, yes.
Let's give a quick
yeah.
synopsis.
Let me get comfortable. Hold on.
Well, it opens the exact same way. It's a nerdy
Yep.
guy who works in an office building, and then Fox shows up. Now, the reason she's called Fox is because she has fox ears on the top of her head, and she's black. She's supposed to be Halle Berry. That's who the artist designed her off of. So,
And he designed the main character after Eminem.
yes, he did. So, what we find out is that Wesley's father was assassinated in a building, and he was shot from a different city. He was killed the same way.
Different city, even.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
so,
tur-
okay.
It turns out that his father was a supervillain, and Wesley, in his DNA, has his father's set of skills to kill people. So he gets
Special
invited
skills.
into the underworld of supervillains, and in this world, all the supervillains teamed up and they took out all the superheroes, and then they installed these towers that emitted these gases. So it made us forget that these heroes ever existed. So when you go to the comic book stand and you read Amazing Spider-Man number 400, that actually happened.
Yeah.
But you don't remember that. So in this world,
Oh.
the superheroes rule the world. They split up
That's
the world.
clever.
The super villains rule the world.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The supervillains rule the world. They split it up 7 ways.
Beat the bad guys.
So the guy who controls the North America,
continents, right?
yeah, he controls the Americas, North and South. He's kind of like a Lex Luthor, like supervillain.
Okay.
But then one of the villains turns rogue and takes him out. And then that's the story.
That's
okay,
a good story.
so he's
you know-
fighting like supervillains. So his power is just he knows how to fucking shoot.
That's it.
And everybody else is like, I can teleport, I can fly, and he goes, fuck you,
Bang!
bang, 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 bang.
He's like, well, I'm made of fire. Bang!
It's not pew pew, it's bang bang.
That was cool though.
That's the
why I like comic book.
I like that.
He was like, he can fly. He's like, we need to get there. Bang! He's just from far away,
Yeah.
just like boom, just taking people out. I was like, that is the most.
All
He's
right.
Bullseye.
And she's
Yeah,
called Fox,
pretty much.
and she's called Fox because
Except
Now you ruined
just
it.
with guns.
Yeah.
And with the weird forehead, like,
So she's supposed to be Catwoman.
Okay.
That's who she's supposed to be in this world. She's supposed to be like the cat.
Okay,
But it gets better at
All
it.
right.
I don't want to watch
So
the original
in the Wanted comic book, they get all the retired superheroes. So they get Adam West and
What?
Mr. Rictus, who's the actual bad guy of the series. He's holding him over like a vat of acid, and he goes, "You were the scariest hero I ever saw." And then they turned you into a fucking joke on that TV show. So Adam West was the real Batman,
That's
but they wiped
amazing.
his mind, and that he doesn't remember that he was Batman.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
Exactly. So
I want to read this damn comic.
it's really good.
it's really fucking good. So when I saw this movie, I'm like, okay,
yeah.
here we
I
go.
can see why you're so excited.
Assassins,
okay.
curved bullets. Ah.
Yeah, curved bullets. Take the rest out. They were like, take that piece. Take that piece. Okay.
Okay,
make
the
a
whole
movie on that.
superhero thing, we're gonna
Yeah,
take that
forget
out.
that.
And they're like,
But that's a really good plot
But that's
to
like
fight. No.
80% of our movie, of
No,
our story.
no, we're just gonna make it here
no.
and make looms. Assassins with looms.
Is there any
Cottons.
loom?
Fruit of the
There's no
loom.
looms.
There's no looms.
There's no
None of it.
assassins. There's no fate.
Oh my god.
It's
Yeah,
just that.
it's-
It's just that this guy uncovers the plot that one villain is turning on all the other villains to take over the world.
All right.
so you're watching something completely different.
I don't know where
This is an outrage.
Isn't the comic book story way better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the comic book though, one question.
Yeah.
What does the fox say?
Bow, 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 bow.
Pow, 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 pow.
Okay.
I apologize.
So closing thoughts on Wanted. Now that you know the comic book synopsis.
Well, let me guess.
No, I wanna
Love
ask-
it, hate it. Yes? No? Yes?
I enjoyed it much less, like a lot less than the first time I ever did.
Okay.
Because I did see all of these. My spoilers goggles were like, oh, that's bullshit. But it was mostly about the lines. As far as the physics and all the bullshit that you guys kept harping on, I already bought into the premise. I feel like they set up the world well enough for me.
So the worst part of this was lines.
The lines that were being used. Some of the dialogue was just kind of like way too cheesy.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, like way dumb. Shoot this motherfucker!
That was good.
That was the height of
Yeah,
like
that
all
was
right.
that was the best. That was the
That was
punchline of the movie.
for me. That was a turning point as far as lines go. Like, all right, you're being silly with lines as well. As far as physics go, I got that on early in the movie.
Oh yeah.
As far as lines go, I didn't realize they were being dumb until that line. Then like it kind of explained the rest of the lines. Like, okay, if that's the standard you're holding up to, I excuse the rest before that.
I can't do. It's not just the physics. That's not it. It's just
Taking away the whole laws of physics and all that kind of stuff. They were some pretty great action scenes.
I would say the action scenes were entertaining.
Yeah.
Yes.
It feels like
If you take away all the shooting and,
yeah.
and the physics.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like the person that came up with this action sequence quite possibly did these with like Legos or Hot Wheels.
Like it's them in a real movie. It
Yeah.
turns
Oh,
out
it
it's
does
just the dude with
this
cars.
and then he gets on the bus.
That
and
was the
then-
movie pitch. Here, imagine this, guys.
Yeah.
Just
This kid's Hot Wheels on. Look at
Yeah.
That's how they did it, and they were like, "Let's do that. Let's do it."
You have $10 million. Is
Just like that for this one scene.
that right? How close am I to the budget?
Well, we'll get there in a minute, right?
We're
Okay,
almost there.
all right.
Okay, so honestly, I honestly liked the beginning part, and I know the physics. It's not a big deal. It's just that if they would have gotten rid of the curvy bullet part and just been like, "This guy's an incredible shot."
Is that in the comics, by the way?
What?
Curving bullets?
There's no.
No,
curving
he's
bullets
just
in
a
it.
good
He's
shot.
just a badass.
Yeah, and if he was
He's like the Punisher, like on steroids.
if he was just like amazing with his weapons, or like knew how to use them real well, maybe even Ricochet, like in a sense, or like be really self-aware of his surroundings and use his guns, I'd be like, that would have been way better.
Wow.
Honestly, and like a bunch of people doing that would be like MacGyver plus these assassins like together. I would have been like, all right, this is gonna get really creative. and
That's
really
like Stargate SG-1.
almost.
Yeah.
I guess
Because MacGyver's in it.
that's
and
my
a bunch
take
of other
on it.
people do the same
Honestly,
thing.
it was just the bullets in the. I had a problem with science. There it is. I could not. I could not.
Okay.
I could not suspend disbelief for that, because even in some of the worst movies, bullets fly straight.
I agree. I know. I empathize with the point you're making,
But you don't.
but I can't. In this context,
Yeah, and I guess it's just because I'm a little jaded. I saw it once and I couldn't see past it again.
yeah,
That's
okay.
what happened.
And then he
So
read the comic.
the second. Yeah, maybe that's it. I saw the
Okay.
second one. I was like, this is what it should have been.
that makes a lot more sense.
This is what it should have been.
Okay,
Yeah, for me, it was I lost it at the loom. Really,
The
I mean,
loom?
the loom.
it was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, that was really ridiculous. I mean, like, who takes their ideas from a loom? I mean, even if they consider there was some sort of weird, like, godlike fate produced onto this random coded numbers or letters or loom strings, whatever you want to call it, I don't know.
You think Wesley should have been like, this means your loom's broken.
Yeah,
The end. Or just looked at him like, what? And like slowly walked away.
This is outdated technology, guys.
I have
Get some robots. You'll have none of this again.
Much more realistic if this was in China and there were a bunch of people.
I do have a question though. What do they do with the fabric afterwards?
I don't know.
I think they sell it. That's
Yeah,
where they
that's
make.
how they make-
that's
that's
how
how
they
they-
have
Ergo,
money.
fruit of the loom.
Yeah.
Get it?
This is it? Yes.
Yes.
Fruit of the loom.
Fruit of them was it's kind of.
So-
Where do you think they're making their money from?
Go look at my underwear.
Yeah.
Just, this one's over.
But
Why is there a
I'm excited for the
hole?
sequel where
I will do that.
The loom's been destroyed. So in the sequel,
There's a
it's-
sequel?
It's going to be just
Oh,
There's
okay.
a se-
patterns on toast.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
they get the names.
Or them looking through Cheetos. This one. This one says you.
Yes.
We should do a skit for this, babe.
All right. So where are we at?
Well, that was our opinion of the movie, but like I said at the top of the show, we have lots of them. We have 0 credentials. Now we're going to hear from people who actually have credentials, the critics. Do you want to hear good reviews or bad reviews?
Start with the bad.
Okay.
Your people.
If you went for Sin City or Shoot 'em Up, you'll probably enjoy Wanted. I like my trash with a little bit less fetishism when it comes to instruments of slaughter. So he's saying that Michael Phillips of the Chicago Tribune. So he's saying this is a trashy movie.
But is he also saying Sin City and Shoot 'Em Up is also bad?
I guess so.
Then this guy's an asshole.
No, I liked Sin City because it set the precedent in the very beginning for what the rest of the movie is going to be like. Kind of like what you're saying.
Yes.
See, no, this movie did not. This movie was like, I'm going to be like Fight Club. I'm going to be very serious, and I'm going to talk about. Oh wait, no, it's serious again. Oh wait, it's not.
I guess,
Hold on. Stick with the program, man. You're giving me 5 different kinds of stories,
All right.
and I can't tell if I'm supposed to be laughing, if I'm supposed to be taking this serious. Are you trying to be artsy
All of the
right now?
above. All of the above.
Also, I was actually kind of like, anxious through the whole movie. Mainly because it was just basically like people throwing him into different situations and then him just getting angrier and angrier. That's pretty much all it was.
Yeah, he's just being teased like the entire
Yeah.
time.
It's like, this is like Willie's everywhere, Stop it,
That would be a better movie.
Except you don't need like days of recovery and a bunch of wax. From
Hey, that's a lot of wet willies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's where they put their spit.
Roger,
Oh,
You're welcome.
Roger Ebert?
no, Roger Moore,
Huh?
not the James Bond Roger
about
Moore.
to say-
Oh,
Roger Moore of the Orlando Sentinel says, "Wanted hurdles past our eyes and ears too fast to register as much as a video game."
well, then he just sucks at video games.
Maybe.
Probably.
I think this would be a good video game if they made a video game.
They made a video game of it.
Did they?
Did
Yeah.
they?
I don't know if there's a curving bullet.
There
I'm
It
sure
probably
there is.
was.
And now it's the good reviews. Dana Stevens of Slate says, if the graphic novel style hyperviolence of Sin City or 300 is your thing, go ahead and knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Or let Angelina Jolie do it for you. It feels much nicer that way.
Oh yeah.
Peter Howell of the Toronto Star says, Bekmambetov... Bekmambetov
Say it with a Russian accent.
It's Bekmambetov.
hasn't just made a thriller with Wanted. He's redefined the whole genre.
What genre is this?
It's weird. This is a genreless movie, I think.
This is,
No, this is an action movie.
But it's also got the comedy.
No, it just that's the
Action
thing. It
fantasy
just it doesn't.
comedy?
It's not trying to be action. It's not even action comedy. Shoot 'Em Up is an action comedy.
Yeah.
That was very explicitly.
Yes.
This one is an action movie
Check that out in the
with
archives.
subtle undertones
Right.
of comedy once in a while. It's trying too hard to be too many movies.
No, but in Jolie style, this is kind of Tomb Raider also. Tomb Raider's got the same kind of vibe of like, is this
Don't
action or
talk
is
to
it
me
trying
about
be
Tomb
funny?
Raider. I'm not talking about that movie.
Okay.
Did you guys do that on the show?
Not yet.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We have a three-peat with
I might.
three-peat with Jester, man.
I might.
which one? The
Is
first
that
or
what
the second one?
I
First one.
we'll have to maybe
Second's
you'll do
got
them
Gerard Butler, the Phantom of the Opera.
We're not playing to your
Also
taste.
300, I guess. People might know him from better.
we'll just see.
And White House
Let's
Down.
go back in time.
White House Down.
Oh, no,
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Okay. So
Oh yeah,
Check out the archive.
right. White House Down is the
yeah.
the guy that.
I'm sorry,
Last
cut you
one?
off. Yeah.
Last one, Tom Long of the Detroit News says, Wanted may be the most absolutely stone bonkers, crazy good movie of the century, or it may be a gargantuan piece of trash. Chances are it's a combination of the two, but man, does it rock.
Does it
these
say in
reviewers.
parentheses after that? Now give me my money.
Now it's time for the Rotten Tomatoes game. This is the part of the show where I make the guys guess the score of the movie based on his Rotten Tomatoes score. For those of you unfamiliar with the scoring system, it's an average score from 0 to 100 amongst critics and the audience. 0 to 59 is rotten, 60 to 84 is fresh, and 85 and up is certified fresh. What would you guys like to guess first, the critics or the audience?
Let's do critics.
Okay.
Let's always do critics first. What do we do this?
Critics-
Do we do this?
So you do fresh or
Yeah.
rotten with your
No,
panel.
do we put it straight so no one can see it like this?
It doesn't really matter.
And then it's
Yeah.
I think critics are not going to enjoy this.
Okay.
Mostly because I know everybody in the world hated it. I'm in the minority here where I enjoyed it more than others.
Okay.
They are going to say rotten,
Mhm.
but they're going to give it a 38%.
Okay.
38.
Surprisingly enough, Adam has been on like point when it comes to these. I am so
Lately,
jealous.
Jester?
Okay,
Your pick?
I honestly was gonna say he was highballing it, but in this kind of
Oh,
in this kind of context, I am
Great
also
cast.
gonna see rotten as far as critics go.
Mhm.
We need a
Because
number.
I think it did bring a couple of new twists when it comes to shooting up action films.
it did show new things.
Oh well, no, it brought up one one new thing. That was it.
What, the gun?
Curving bullets.
Also the gun that bends. Nobody saw that before in the movie.
No, that's in real life, man.
Yeah, but nobody saw it before in the movie.
I saw it on the military channel.
Not in the movie.
I saw it in the movie in the military channel.
So what's your
just made
number?
that up.
What's your guess, Jester?
I'm gonna say rotten, and I'm gonna say 25%.
Okay. Maestro?
Even 30.
71% with the critics.
Really?
It's fresh.
I would like all of y'all to suck it.
70. Wait, you win because you're closest?
No, I was trying to say the
You
critics.
just shot it down right now.
I was basing
You're
it
like
on the critics being
38%.
assholes. Turns out the critics are geniuses.
71, and then you're wrong, and you turn around. I thought you were going to say something like, "Can you believe it?" You were like, "I win."
Yeah, you all thought it sucked, and I'm saying it was a decent movie.
Okay, what were the? Let's get to the next one.
Now the audience.
Yeah, let's get to the audience.
Audience score. Does this reevaluate your audience?
I'm going to stick
score?
with Rotten.
This changes a lot.
Do you want to go first then?
Yeah,
Jester?
go for it.
Okay, I'm going
With your audience score?
to stick with Rotten, and I'm going to say, you know what? No. I don't know, honestly, because this was what 2011, 2008. I'll say 71%.
Okay.
Fresh.
I'm gonna
The audience.
for me. I heard. I'm just gonna say a strong 30%.
So we're on.
What is the lowest you can be as fresh before you go to Rotten? Is it 60?
60 is the last fresh, and then 59 is rotten.
I'm gonna go 55.
We're not we're not priced right in it, are we?
69%.
All
You're
right.
off by 2, Jester.
Yeah.
man.
I was like, wait a minute. No, it was kind of up there. I just didn't agree. I didn't think the critics and the audiences were going to agree so much.
This is shocking to me.
Wait.
You're
Were they
telling-
interviewing critics in line as the audience? Like random
That's-
people.
Hey, this is fantastic news, guys. Turns out you guys are all wrong, and I was right.
Or you're like everyone else.
Or critics just don't know science. I don't know.
Paul Giamatti wasn't in
This
this.
makes me feel good.
We've noticed that Giamatti has been in a lot of movies we're doing, and since we all love him, we started to ask, what role would Giamatti have had in this movie?
Paul Giamatti. You have to remind me who he is.
From Sideways?
How dare you?
Oh,
the bad guy in Shoot 'em
Bad
Up.
guy, shoot 'em up.
the guy, yeah, the bald head guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would pick him as Pussy, Pussy, Pussy. Or maybe the rat guy.
The rat guy. It would have been even better if he was his dad.
Oh.
No, it's just for irony.
Yeah.
I'm your dad.
You're a pussy like me.
Yeah. Pew. And he said pew pew. And he
Yeah.
shot. Pew pew.
Or better yet, let's have him as the posing fake dad. At the beginning. With the slick back
Ooh,
hair.
maybe he could do that. Yeah, he did a villain and shoot him up. I think he can be henchman.
Not enough lines.
No, well, the real dad only had 3 lines.
I know. Damn it.
And 2 of them were Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley. That was creepy. Wesley.
Yeah, he's got to be the Al Pacino guy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna be
He's
the
gotta be the
butcher.
knife guy.
Yeah, because he's like, Wesley, just be quiet, Wesley.
Yeah.
Shh, let it happen, Wesley.
Quiet, Wesley.
Yeah, no, the butcher for sure.
Okay.
We get rid of that Scarface caricature that we tried to do, and just have him in there. Like, hey, just gotta use a knife. You run bullets.
Next is trivia. This is part of the show where we give out little bits of facts or info you may not know about the movie. Angelina Jolie says she based her role off of Clint Eastwood.
I don't see it.
I don't see it. Sure.
She's smiling too much.
Finally,
Yeah.
Halle Berry, Jessica Biel, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Beyonce were considered for the role of Fox. Well, Halle Berry, that's who
Halle
she
Berry,
was
yeah.
drawn off
Yeah.
of in the comic book series.
How upsetting is that? Did she turn it down?
I don't know. They were considered. I guess they went with Angelina Jolie. Well,
Not a bad move.
yeah.
I gotta say.
Money makes the world go round. We want to put this film into perspective with other films that were released this year so we can get a feel financially how well this film held up to its peers. The budget for Wanted, $75 million.
Wow, you know what's crazy? I was guessing 76 million. In my
Really?
brain right now. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, you have to guess the total
Yeah.
worldwide gross.
Hopefully,
Worldwide?
that's not the game.
That's not the game.
Oh.
So
did it make?
it's the American and foreign box office combined.
right,
How much did this make? And the general rule of thumb, to make it profitable, it's about 3 times its
yeah.
budget.
Yeah. I was gonna say. Well, or I'll go first. Since
Okay.
I'm not on the show. Yeah, $430 million.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
No, that's really high, isn't it? Because I was like, wasn't the Dark Knight like up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, 70 million. That's not 3 times. Yeah. Okay. How about 250 million?
Okay.
Okay.
That's true.
So my guess is they spent most of their money on opposing rats, explosions,
CGI rats.
and CGI bullets.
CG rats. CG bullets.
So yeah, I think majority of the money was spent on curving bullets.
It's actually
Yeah.
that's a good assessment.
There was also a lot of
In the
pig
train.
carcasses being used.
Yeah.
Huh?
A lot of pig
Prosthetics.
carcasses.
Yeah.
Carcassi. I don't know what the hell it is of that.
Carcasses.
But this is the scary part because they said that it did well with what everyone
Yeah.
else was saying, critics and the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that doesn't mean it makes money.
True. They could have watched it from DVD.
Could have been a depression.
Exactly. But Angelina Jolie was also at their high moment. I mean, was Mr. and Mrs. Smith was around there
this
too.
is the peak.
So it's got to be pretty high. But Wesley, James McAvoy, was he famous?
No.
Unknown at this point.
That's gonna be interesting. Okay, I would go for 150.
Okay.
What'd you say?
He said 250.
250.
250, 150.
So 225 is exact break-even point.
Come on, Bob. Bob Barker.
I never
right.
win, by the way.
Okay, all right.
I say Drew. Let's go
Based
Drew.
on Bob Barker, I'm gonna with Spade. Spade to me means 3. I'm gonna go 300.
Okay.
300 million.
In the U.S., this grossed 134.5 million. Overseas, it grossed 206.9 million, bringing its total gross to 341.4 million.
Oh, so I was actually closer. No, 340. It was I was closer to my second guess.
I'm celebrating.
I told you, I always lose, he always wins. That's how it works.
It was good.
This film.
I'm getting good at this game.
You're
man.
getting really good.
All these games.
This film.
That's fine.
I only get to play this once a week.
This film debuted in second place on the weekend of June 27, 2008, with $50 million. $50 million. Goddamn! Who you think you got? Chelsea Clinton?
Yeah, Kelsey Carter. Kelsey
Is it Kelsey or Chelsea?
Is it
That's Rush Hour, Justin.
No. I was like,
It's the blooper reel. The blooper
Yeah,
reel is
yeah.
amazing.
So it debuted in second place with $50 million. That's what could be number one that week. It was Wall-E.
oh, of
Wall-E.
course. Wall-E,
Yeah,
man.
it's Pixar.
Wally's
That made
Wally's
like
fantastic.
$80 million its first week or
Yeah,
something.
dude. You never
That's like an art piece.
think of it.
No, Wally's great.
Yeah, dude.
Disney.
But
It's
it's
Disney.
Disney
It's
wins everything.
animated. There's
Disney wins.
children.
It's Disney.
It's one
Kids.
But it's one of those
Kids.
you have to like. Oh, I see what they did there.
Wow.
What the whole thing,
True.
and the symbolism.
Wow.
And the way that they
There's
didn't
none of that.
talk.
What are you doing? It's not in the movie at all. It's the bear.
Okay.
Are the kids French?
Yeah.
By the way, this is Italian. This is what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Godfathers.
This
Oh.
is saying fuck you.
I thought you were being a French critic with Italian. Okay, go ahead.
What the fuck? Of course.
According to Box Office Mojo, this is the 5th highest grossing film in the category Hitman Assassin. I could have went with comic book adaptation, but this is not faithful to the comic book.
Okay.
So
This
fuck
is
that.
true.
So I went
Hitman
off
Assassin?
Hitman Assassin. This was the 5th highest grossing.
Wait.
What's the first?
What's the difference between
Hold on.
Hitman?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay.
Well, this isn't really a game.
Yeah,
Adam's
it's
gonna
not.
try.
No, yeah, I just want to know.
Adam's gonna try to guess, but it's not
Okay,
really a game.
I can guess
Well,
one.
he's guessing though. What's the difference between a hitman and an assassin?
Well, it's Hitman slash Assassin.
Like I said, what's the difference?
I don't know.
Jackal.
No.
The Jackal.
Number one in this category is the Bourne Ultimatum.
Oh yeah.
And finally, Wanted was the 18th highest grossing film of 2008. Number one that year was The Dark
Transformers.
Knight.
It was the Dark Knight. Okay. At least I got my times right, and I was
Yep.
like, it wasn't more than the Dark Knight. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we were talking about it. I remember we talked about the Dark
Closer
Knight
than you
too.
would have liked it to be.
Unfortunately.
Where can you buy Wanted the movie and the comic book? Adam?
Well, if you want to do
too.
these things, what you should do,
That's actually where I watched it.
you go to Amazon.com first. No, false. Go to our website first. Click on the banner on our website. It takes you to Amazon. Do your shopping as normal. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps support the show. We get a little percentage of whatever it is you do on Amazon's.
Yep.
That's actually where I watched it. I'm not no
Yeah,
joking.
I
No
watched-
plugs
I
aside.
watched it
Yeah.
there, too.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I need to get this like now, and instead of finding it some site, I was like, let's just look it up. I actually tried to find it on different sites. It was cheapest on Amazon. It was like $10 on YouTube. So
All right.
I was like, that's not gonna work.
I'm sure you clicked through the link on our website.
Yeah.
But did it come with all
I do
those
all my
facts?
shopping there.
The X-ray?
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
that was
cool.
amazing,
neat.
right?
Yeah, it was like bloopers in the scene. I was like,
I would have liked to have done
"What?"
that, but I own the movie. So
Oh yeah, you own Blockbuster's
Yeah,
last
because-
copy of
because
anything.
Blockbuster.
That's what's all that's left in Blockbuster. You have a piece of
It's got the
history.
Blockbuster case still.
Yeah.
They didn't have the original case. So
Are you
it's got the
serious?
Blockbuster thing on
That's
it.
awesome.
That's 2008's Wanted, directed by Timur Beck.
Say it again.
That was Crash Bandicoot you just did.
No, you passed it.
No, that's Ugba.
Bekmabetov. Bekmabetov.
There you go.
Bekmabetov.
Check out our website, ratpackpodcast.com/spoilers. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Spoilers Show. Check out and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Rat Pack Productions. Write to us via email at spoilers@ratpackpodcast.com for any questions, opinions, and movie requests. Rate and review the show on iTunes, and it can help us in the rankings. If you leave us a review on iTunes and leave us a recommendation for a movie you want us to watch, That movie will go to the top of our list, and we'll watch it before any other quests. Next week, we are concluding our Thankful series. So this was...
yeah, by the way, we didn't even mention that at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, we did an audible.
Yeah.
So next week, we're going to do Adam's Thankful movie.
Yes.
So, Jester, in November, we each pick a good movie that we like, that we're thankful for.
Oh, yeah.
So, Maestro did Tucker and Dale vs. Evil.
That was awesome.
I did
Yeah.
last week Silence of the Lambs.
Good.
And next week,
Very
Adam
good.
is doing... Why don't you say it?
It has also starring Alan Rickman, which we referenced earlier in the podcast.
Harry Potter.
It is Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, I love that
Holy
movie.
shit.
Yeah, man. Tim Allen. It was Sigourney Weaver.
Uh-huh.
Monk. Sam
Alan
Rockwell.
Don't forget Alan Rickman.
Rainn
Dwight
Wilson. Yes. Yeah. Also
Justin Long.
Justin Long. That's right.
Also that
Young
girl
Justin
that was
Long.
in a movie we did recently that looks like she hasn't aged at all. The one that had the voice box broken. At the
Oh,
beginning.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Weird. She like doesn't age. She never ages.
Yeah.
Which one?
Mhm.
I don't remember.
Well, Jester, thanks for coming by.
Yes.
We'll see you
because-
back for Tomb Raider, I guess.
We'll probably do something soon.
No, we should do like a National Treasure 2 with Jester.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I love National Treasure movies.
We did the
we
first
did the first one.
I know.
We'll do
I haven't
the
seen. I don't think I've seen the second one. It's Disney, so maybe I can.
This
yeah.
would be great to have you on, man, because we could ask you
Oh
all
my
the history
gosh.
questions.
I just realized that. Oh no, that's opening Pandora's box.
Yeah, we kept talking about
That's
like
gonna put me on the
we
spot
should ask
too.
Jester. He's like, nobody hates asking those questions.
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, is
That's
this
why it'd be
true?
great.
Oh, it's true that I hate you. That's all I can think of right now. Is that why you asked me on the show? It's just me with all microphones right in my
Well, I
face.
did want to find the history of the bullets curving, so you failed me on that count.
Oh, you
by saying it
failed.
was false.
So,
You animal.
So you're asking for other things to like make false accusations to?
Yeah.
so check out Galaxy Quest for next week's episode.
Yes.
That'll be Adam's Thankful movie. And until next time, this is Hollywood.
I'm Maestro.
I'm Adam.
I'm Gesture.
Yeah.
And I'm Morgan Freeman.
Say it again. Say it.
Shoot this motherfucker.
And shoot that motherfucker.
So thanks for watching on Facebook Live.
Oh yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it. I think this might have been our longest episode ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
sorry. I
Actually,
think,
no. Take off the first, 20?
No,
15,
I just
20?
started recording, so we started
Oh,
doing the
shit.
podcast.
This is our longest episode we've ever done.
We're on, over
Yeah,
2
we're-
hours.
Yeah.
that's
Holy.
yeah. That, I think we all kind of
That's
just
fine.
go off the rails.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No.
The more people,
Yeah.
It's been too long, man.
it has
Yeah.
been. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Free, man.
We're just that anxious to be talking and things. Good stuff.
That was fun. My dream has been fulfilled.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. You got them both out of the way.
I can quit this show now.
Yeah.
My dream has been fulfilled.
Put in my 2 weeks.
He almost quit the show. What was it? He almost quit the show because
Master of Disguise?
We gotta. Yes, Master of Disguise. Sea Salt recommended Master of Disguise for us to watch. We
Do you
watched
know what
it.
movie that is?
Yeah, I've seen it. What the hell?
That almost broke me.
Yeah, we came in. We were all depressed out of our mind, trying to talk about the movie. Like
I can't
don't
do
even-
this, man.
We don't know what we did.
sad.
We did half of it
Yes,
with like a Lego movie.
yes. It was Lego Batman. No,
Lego Justice League or something.
League. We combined it with. So we did 2 movies in an hour, and it was so rough.
It was rough.
Wow.
I was concerned when he left. I was talking to Michael like, "You think you're really gonna quit the show? Are we done?"
You cut, and he's like, "Is he walking away?
Yeah,
Is
no,
he
he.
finished?"
I saw it in his face, and I was concerned.
I just looked angry
Yeah.
talking about this movie.
I can see.
It
I can see you doing
pissed
this.
me off. Yep.
Yep.
I don't know.
Rough. That was rough.
Are we done
Actually,
recording?
last week's
Yeah. Well,
oh,
not
Facebook
really, yeah.
Live. Actually, last week,
Oh, we're still on Facebook.
last
Yeah.
week's Silence of the Lambs episode wasn't rough, but there was like no comedy in it because it's fucking
see it.
Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, of course. Yeah. No, these are thankful episodes.
The only
Yeah.
the
we
only
just sitting here
the
whole
only
time.
the only comedy we had were the Jane Gum scenes.
Right.
Oh, Jane Gum. I
Yeah,
keep calling him Jane,
Jane is the
word.
mentalist.
Yeah.
Patrick Jane.
but Jane
Yeah.
Jane Gum
Mhm.
is him.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Jane Gunn.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, his name Buffalo Bill. His name
Oh,
is Jane.
word.
Oh,
Was
word.
that a
So
big fat
James
great
without an
baby?
S.
She's a great big fat
Jame.
person.
Oh, okay.
Jane Gum.
Oh, word. Was
Oh,
she a great
wait.
big
See,
fat
Jame
person?
Gum. I was like, this is,
All right. So thanks for watching out there on the Facebooks. We appreciate it.
Bye.
See ya.
Extended episode. We'll see. Oh, 212, 213. That's how.
Dear
Go
freaking
watch
crazy.
Wanted and let us know what you think of it,
And read the comic.
and
Yes.
tell me if you agree with Adam or not.
Well, it seems the critics agree with Adam.
And if you do, please write down your email address, how tall you are, is acceptable to anesthesia.
Who's your daddy? What does he do?
Your serial number.
All right, very good. We're gonna get
We're out.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in about 2 weeks.
Goodbye.